Warning: the following show features foul language and crappy opinions said either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, the Riff Report and the producers must insist that no one attempt to repeat any vocabulary or shoot any malort featured on this show.
30 racks of PBR. That's for you.
Amen, brother. All of Florida do better.
But also, most Americans listen to trash music.
That's biological warfare, brother. Like,
They're just being a bunch of bitches.
fill me, Satan. Fill me.
Yeah, they're like, what the
What's
fuck
going on? Is he pulling out his dick?
It does. I was just fucking with you.
And then we'll talk about it here, live, on the Riff Report. I'm not here to make friends, man. I'm here to talk music and give out shitty opinions, so there we are.
What the fuck were we even talking about?
Welcome to the Riff Report, the loudest corner on the internet. I'm Tyler,
And I'm Ryan.
and we're here to talk to you about all things punk, metal, alternative, anything loud, anything heavy. We've got quite a bit of news in store for you this week, and I'm going to try and not be so general this time around. I feel like it's not fair to you guys, so I want to give you a little bit of a teaser to hold on to so you can watch the whole goddamn episode this week, all right? Please. We got some tracks coming up by A Track by Static Dress, new favorite band of ours. We got a little band drama from All That Remains. Stay tuned and see what that's all about. And I get a little redemption this week, but I'm gonna leave that a mystery. So stay tuned. But let's shoot the shit for a second, Ryan. I didn't get to see you yesterday. What the fuck was up with that? What's going on?
What the fuck was up with that? I had to take, first of all, I had to cover some shifts behind the bar this week, so
Dude,
I hit my time
that was so
anyway.
great. I was so excited about that. It's always great. Not necessarily when we work together, but when we work at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's nice to
fun.
have
It's
shop
cool.
buddies, you know?
Like, amen, brother. Amen.
Yeah.
It's always great. I love
Instead
it.
of the lame ass bartenders that don't drink.
Exactly. What are you even here for?
Yeah, right.
Come on.
But yeah, no, I took the day off because the township was giving away free trees.
Oh,
And
nice.
I wanted to take advantage, and apparently Brittany couldn't go by herself, so I
That's all right.
went with her.
You're not like the plant guy, but I feel like you're more of a plant guy than me. So like, and maybe her. I've never had a conversation with Brittany about plants before. So, but you've
Yeah,
definitely brought them up. So I feel like you're in your household the go-to guy. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So
for sure. But yeah, I nailed down a fucking a redbud tree and a lilac tree,
red
two
bud.
trees that I wanted.
Uh-huh.
Redbud.
Bud.
Yeah, they had 4 trees to choose from, all of which were solid, but I really wanted those 2 trees.
Right.
And I was a little worried because there was quite the line. But I
Yeah.
just barely squeaked in right before the redbuds were gone.
Nice.
So I was pretty happy about that.
Hell yeah.
And then today, filed a little claim with Miss Dig so I don't fucking shove my shovel down into
Exactly.
a pipe or something.
Safety first. Call before you dig. Right.
You don't even have to call these days, dude. You just go on the website,
Oh,
you put in your address,
Yeah.
and then they have a little fucking thing that you can draw the area around where you need them to check.
right.
It was super easy.
Cool. That's the future
Yeah.
is now. That's awesome. I love that.
Future is now. And believe it or not, within 2 hours of me placing the work order,
Yeah.
the
They had a
city of
team?
Eau Claire was out at my house fucking spray painting and flagging shit.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So
That's
it was
efficiency at its
solid.
finest. I love that.
Yeah. I imagine they're probably like sitting around eating sandwiches and picking each
Right.
other's butts when there's
Go.
no.
Right. Go.
Yeah.
Go. We gotta go.
Oh, we finally got work to do.
Right. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I believe it.
But yeah, so that'll be nice this weekend. Get those planted, and fucking 4 years from now, I'll have
They actually
some
look good.
blooming trees.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's taken forever. I've been in this apartment for 6 years, almost 7. I believe in February it'll be the 7th year that we've completed in this apartment. And
Yeah.
the trees that I have out in front of my apartment I was about as tall as. Now they're twice as tall as me. So that's pretty cool. few more years and they'll
Oh
start
yeah.
actually providing shade and it'll be solid. I mean, they're
Right.
pretty good now, but I just can't wait until
Yeah.
they're fucking huge. So they're I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of tree
Real
they are, but they're
trees.
like purple leaf kind of trees.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll have to maybe
Um.
get
Yeah. I
picture
don't.
identifier plants
Yeah.
and go from there. So
Yeah. I used to use that app back in my early foraging days when I was trying to
gotcha.
figure out what was what.
Right.
Now I don't need it, so that's
Exactly.
cool.
Nice. Hell
But
yeah.
but yeah, what about you, dude? How was your weekend slash today?
Weekend was pretty good. I do have to say, I'm sorry for my cold, heartless message on Saturday after the Derby. I know you were so excited for that little idea that you had. And I legitimately thought about it, but when I got a full bar and Abby had a full fucking like almost dining, I think I had like 2 tables open at my peak.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about it. I was worried about getting drinks out and food out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll
And
I'll
that's
be a
fair.
little
That's the
bit
right thing to do.
exactly. I'll be a little better attuned to it next year. And I think what I'm gonna do is hand out those derby cards and then just be like, hey,
Yeah.
I don't care if you're at the bar, you're at a table. I've got because I had the derby on all the TVs. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, here's a poll, not a bet. It's a poll.
Yeah. Not a
Which
bet.
one do you think is gonna win? And I'll knock $5 off your order if you win. You know what I mean? And they'll be like, oh, cool. And I'll just give it to everybody. So, and then we
Yeah.
can go from there. So, yeah, that was
Yeah. No,
cool.
it
It
was
was
cool.
yeah, it was a good idea. It sounded like Alexa over at the tap room was more in I'm not gonna say intuitive,
Yeah.
but she could handle it, but there's a stark
Yeah.
difference between how we work where I'm at and how the work's done at North Pier. She could focus
Yeah.
on that a little bit more, which is
For
fine.
sure.
Yeah, but otherwise, so that was pretty fun. I got to play Magic this weekend with the boys. That was sick. I didn't get any wins off, but we did get to play what we call a prism, which is a 5-man format. You do
Dang.
so yeah, I'll just give you a quick little explanation so I'm not talking about it all night, but you got 5 people and the people that are sitting next to you, right next to you to your left and your right are your somewhat allies. That means when you have cards that say target opponent, it doesn't target them. You can still target
Gotcha.
them and mitigate their board and control their state if you want to, and I should have done
But
it,
it's not an automatic thing.
but exactly, it's not like I can target. So, and the other thing is, so the 2 people next to you, like I said, are your allies, um, or acquaintances, if you will. The 2 people across from you are your opponents. They're the ones you're trying to kill. Once both of your opponents are out, you win. So if somebody else is doing more work on like their opponents or whatever, it doesn't matter. If your 2 opponents are gone, somebody else knocks your opponent out and you've already got one of them, you win.
Oh yeah.
So
Hell
it's
yeah.
a bit of a thinky format, if you want to guarantee yourself a win, but
For
yeah.
sure.
So it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, let's see what else. Yesterday, it was actually kind of busy, I feel like, because the weather. Um and I got was it on it's been on Friday. Oh, I got um my single, that 7-inch that I bought
Oh yeah.
from
Nice.
Roman Candle. I got that. Sounds great. Absolutely love it. I was spinning it today. It's a
Oh
7-inch,
yeah.
so it was like 2 songs.
Yeah. One on one side, one on the other.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm expecting a few more things that I talked about last week and today, this is what I was waiting for. I didn't want to show this on camera quite yet, but to everybody out there, may the 4th be with you. We're not sponsored, so I'm gonna hide this, and I'll just talk about it anyways. Yeah, I got the Star Wars cup, the special Star Wars cup from Burger King today, inadvertently. Kat brought it up and she was like, oh, Burger King has Star Wars stuff. I was like, oh, cool. And I go there, I got one of the special burgers. I wasn't planning on it. I'm usually a chicken guy, but I got a Whopper. And
All right.
they were like, okay, you want that combo with or without the cup? I'm like, I'm here. I'm ordering the
What the
special
fuck do you think
thing.
I'm here for?
Yeah, exactly. So I snagged it and now that's a cup. So to you all.
Oh yeah.
It's great. I love it. But otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, uneventful. Besides all the events, kind of weekend. So, it's been great.
Yeah.
Uh, while you were hanging out yesterday, having the day off, besides doing tree shit, what were you listening to? Do you have any bangers in your headphones?
Well, yesterday I don't think so.
Okay,
It was pretty much just family day, so
gotcha.
not a whole lot of music. But the other day, I finally got out to mow my lawn, which was desperately needed.
Hell yeah.
And because we were starting to look like hillbillies.
Oh,
Uh
you're in all clear.
not starting,
Nobody would have said
yeah.
anything. All right.
I like to hold ourselves to a little bit higher standard,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
know. You guys are city folk moving
Uh,
into the boonies, bro. You're different. You're
right.
built different.
Hey man, I'm just trying to bring up the everybody else's property values, dude.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Fighting the good
but
fight.
no, I was out there mowing my lawn, and I decided to roll a little analog, semi-digital, but kicking it old school. I put my iPod on,
Nice.
and with with a wired set of headphones, because that's the only way you
Whoa.
could do it.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I was kicking it old school, and I listened to a handful of albums. I listened to Earth Suck by fucking Oozing Wound. I listened to Mercy by Sweet Cobra, and then I listened to uh number 12 looks fuck number 12 looks like you, their album Mongrel from 2007.
Uh-huh.
And I decided, I hadn't heard that album in quite some time, but I used to love it right around the time that it came out, and a handful of years afterward. So I decided I was going to go with a track from that album today, and
Hell
I
yeah.
chose admit I admit it was a whorehouse.
Hey, honesty's the best policy. All right. That's cool. Yeah,
But yeah,
I
dude.
don't think I'd ever heard of this song. I don't even think I really listened to this band. I know we've talked about them quite a bit.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Um, Now I'm sure something's popped up here and there. And like I said, we've definitely talked about them before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I popped it on, and yeah, that's a U track for sure. A little chaotic, a little everywhere. Sounds like it
Yep.
bouncing off the fucking walls, dude. Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. Classic Ryan.
Yep.
It's a good track. I enjoyed it. Brings me
Yeah.
back. That's for sure.
I definitely looked like a maniac out in my yard, air drumming on the fucking handle of my
Right.
lawnmower,
Yeah.
just screaming at the top of my lungs that nobody can hear me because I'm drowned out by a lawnmower, thankfully.
Exactly. And you think you're
Um,
being fine. You have a good volume, but you don't. You never do.
yeah, probably not.
That's
um,
awesome. I'm
so
glad you
yeah,
got to enjoy that. That's cool.
I did. It was a great time. I
Hell yeah.
actually, that's a good way to enjoy doing a stupid chore like mowing your grass. What about you, dude? What do you got? What are you
I told you
listening to?
last week. What the fuck do you think I was listening to? No, I'm
The
sorry.
same
That
thing
came
you
out really
always do.
abrasive. Yeah, the same shit that I'm listening to all the time. I have been, I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and I made my comments on that. Was it? No, it wasn't blind rank. Was it? It was an earlier blind rankings. I think that we did something.
uh, yeah,
Or
maybe.
one gotta go. That's what it was. It was one gotta go, and it was before we started doing
Yeah.
after hours. I'm pretty sure. So
Yep.
it's lost in the sauce. Um, but yeah, it's the album Flowers. I've got it on vinyl. It's saved on my YouTube Music. I subscribe to them, and I'm like, you know what? I can't. How can I sit here and not necessarily talk shit, but how can I sit here and hate a release? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's gonna happen eventually, I'm sure. And
Yeah.
maybe I'm just diluting myself. I'm oversaturating myself. That's the term I want to use. With this album, and now I'm just getting used to it. It's like when you're underage drinking and you taste beer for the first time. Nobody likes it the first time. Nobody likes
No.
alcohol the first time. No, you just keep listening, you keep drinking, and then eventually you're
Yep.
like, "Hey, I'm used to this. now I can
Right.
taste it finally, And that's exactly what happened
Yeah.
with this album. I'm drinking it a lot more, and now I'm starting to like it. And there was a song somewhere in the middle of the album called "When You're Gone." It's a little lighter, it's got a chiller, kind of poppier sound in the beginning. But there's this moment at about 140, I want to say. Hold on. Yeah, about 145, it starts to get real quiet, and you got to kind of bring it down a little bit. And then Mike comes in with this sick fucking like spoken word part into a breakdown, and it's kind of sick.
Oh
And
yeah.
hearing that, I don't know. It's so cool. And that's exactly what I guess my complaints were for the album was I didn't get enough Mike. You know what I mean? Cool, Jeremy, you're a talented
Yeah.
guy, but like it's you and Mike. I've said it a million
Yeah.
times. That's what I want. That's what we need. And this came out in full fucking force and just blew my fucking mind. So that's all I've been listening to this week besides the other tracks that have been released. I got to catch a few more of them that we'll talk about later. And yeah, we're gonna talk about a lot of this stuff later, so I'm not gonna spoil anything. But
Yeah.
yeah, this was my track of the week because it just absolutely fucking. It's like that guy on the shit. There was this old CD or cassette company where the dude's sitting in the couch and his fucking tie is getting blasted back. He's just
Yep.
fucking.
Yep.
That's exactly what that breakdown did to me. I'm sitting in my fucking either my car or my chair here in my office. I'm just like, whoa, that was so sick. So I'll defend it till the day
Yeah.
I die. It's a great
Now
song.
I'll give
It's a
you
great album.
credit here. I did when I saw that you picked this track, I went and listened to it after my mistake last week of not listening to your track.
Yeah,
Um
that's right.
And I do remember, now that you bring it up, I do remember that spoken build up into
Yep.
the breakdown from the first time that first handful of times I listened to this album.
Yeah.
And you're right. That breakdown goes hard.
Fucking banger, dude. So, like I said, not all the songs are exactly what we wanted, but once you listen to it all in tandem, in conjunction with each other, it kind of tells a story of like heartbreak and loss and sadness and shit. And sometimes you need to feel emotions, and I think they did very well. So, fuck you,
Hell
normies who hate it.
yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. Well, we
Sick.
could talk about
Oh,
this
I
all
could.
day,
Let's not though.
but
Let's move on. All right.
we're gonna get into your scene and industry news, starting with your new releases.
Hell
Jazz
yeah.
hands.
Right. Ooh, there you go. I love it.
All right. First up, we got a track called Never Been Yours by a band called Kill Chain, which is a new hardcore group that has popped up. People have recognized the members from Comeback Kid, A Morning Star, and Bayonet Dismemberment. They have released this debut single, and it's going to be on their upcoming demo, which is coming out May 5th. So when you listen to this, it will be yesterday, so you can go back and you can listen to the whole thing. And I have to say, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. This was an awesome fucking track. Seeing
Yeah.
who's attached to it, it's exactly what I expected in a very, very good fucking way.
Yep.
This is a Friday song if I've ever heard one. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's going hard.
Extra,
Yeah. Right.
extra hard. Yeah, this is just fucking classic
Hell yeah.
fucking hardcore. I don't know. A little bit of metalcore influences in there, but it's pretty hardcore.
Right.
It pretty much does what I love Comeback Kid to death. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but it brings me back to what made me love Comeback Kid,
Exactly.
which is just fucking raw, heavy hardcore.
Right. Hell yeah. And who's
So yeah,
so who's doing vocals? Do you know? Like who's on what
I'm
position?
pretty sure it's the dude from Comeback Kid.
All right. Hell yeah. That's sick.
Yeah, I I think from what I remember, one of the guitarists from A Morning Star plays guitar on here. There's another guitarist who is on it disassociated with any major bands. And then I think it's the drummer from Bayonet Dismemberment that is playing
Gotcha.
drums. I don't know. I'm not sure about bass player or anything like that. And I could be totally wrong about that lineup, but I think from what I briefly remember reading, that's more or less the gist.
Hell yeah. The jizzed. Hell yeah.
The jizzed.
Nice.
But
Well, yeah,
to
that's
keep things
whatever they put
moving,
out. Yeah, it's gonna be good. But yeah,
yeah, I
it's good.
agree. I don't know how many songs are going to be on this demo, but hopefully we get like 4 or 5 songs and get a nice little sample size of what's
Right.
to come. But to keep things moving, we got some new songs by the 68, and we're not talking about one, we're not talking about two,
Right.
we're not even talking about three, we're talking about 4 fucking songs.
Whoa, 4 songs.
4
That's
songs.
sick.
So in which I'm pretty sure I remember at least 2 singles coming out already. So we got like the majority of the album at this point,
Right.
which is due out at the end of the month, May 28th. It's going to be titled They Are Survived By, and the farewell album of the duo, unfortunately. But the tracks that we got, they're titled Rain Everyone. We got Will Fall, or Fall Will, sorry.
Yeah.
Dyslexia. The Dies Is, and Will Celebrate In. Some wacky names from a wacky group.
Right.
I am a little upset that 68 hasn't dropped any of these tracks on Tidal as of yet. So
I also do not have them on YouTube. I will tell you that. I only have the videos. And another thing I have to mention is we've got 1 through 5 and also 7. We don't have a 6.
Okay.
As far, yeah.
From what the lineup looks like?
Yeah, from the songs that we have, there's only 6 of those. There's no 6.
Okay.
There's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 7. As according to how they, at least how they're listed here on YouTube. I don't know if you found any videos or anything, because that's all I'm getting.
I got I got those videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Rain Everyone is marked 1. Will You There is marked 2. Always Love is 3. Fall Will is 4. The Die is number 5, and then 7 is Will Celebrate In. So I think they did that to avoid any controversy or you know, yeah. So they had to skip a number, but
we had to skip a number for now.
Right. How would you think of it though? Besides all the craziness
well,
that we have going
to
on?
be honest with you, without having the tracks at my disposal to listen to at the moment, I'm not going to be able to tell you differentiating between the 4. I did give them all 2 listens through.
Okay.
Because I feel like I got a little disappointed in myself because the first time that I listened to them,
Right.
I was distracted and
Gotcha.
didn't pay enough attention. So I was like, we're gonna go back through those.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're all good. I mean, they're 68 tracks. They're
Right.
exactly what you expect from the guys. They're all good. I'm excited. This is like another band where I'm probably not going to pick out a specific track and listen to that a lot. I'm just going to listen to this whole album from start to finish.
Right.
As I typically do, but there are bands that lean more towards the heavy hitting singles where I can be like, all right, that's going on a playlist. I don't really want to listen to the whole thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I got you on that.
What did you think?
Well, I liked that. I think Always Love was the first single that we got out of this new album. Big fan of that one. And I just got to say, like, 68 in general, I wish I would have gotten into them earlier, but it was after, like, the Chariot, after I can't remember what album it was that I was the one with David De La Hose or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I don't know which album.
yeah. That was a big one for me. And then I kind of dropped off and just completely forgot about Josh, unfortunately, and anything he was doing.
Yeah.
So when 68 first came out, I didn't really follow them. And then Yes and came out, and I got it on vinyl. I still need to pick that up for my buddy. He's got a hold of it, but it's safe. It's fine. It's not lost forever. And just fell in love with their sound and was just like, why didn't I listen to these guys sooner? And these tracks that I've been listening to, especially Will You There and Always Love, just completely brought me back to that first time that I'd listened to 68. And I just can't wait until the full album comes out at this point. You know what I mean? Kind of the same deal. Like, I don't want to judge anything. I didn't find any tracks that were bad. The first four, I definitely really paid attention to. And then I think at that point, I was just popping on Magic on my computer so I could rip some fucking matches because I have ADHD brain and I need to do like 6 things at once while I'm on my computer. So I started
Right.
losing focus, but they were all great, and I had nothing bad to say about any of them. So I'm really, like I said, I'm really looking forward to whatever they got. And they've got the tour announced.
Yep.
That's running what, next year, rest of this year.
Yeah, this summer. And actually, with these releases, I was like, dude, I might have to figure out how to go to this
Right.
show since it's going to be the last one.
Oh yeah, the
And I
Cobra
looked it
Lounge.
up. Yep. Tickets are $30,
Dog.
which is very
It's also on a
affordable.
Wednesday in Chicago at the Cobra
It's
Lounge.
also on a
So
Wednesday. Yep.
I don't work that night.
Yep.
We have a meeting the next day, but hey, fuck it. For 68, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll show up a little
Yeah.
tired and hungover and fucking all that shit just to catch them one
Yeah.
last time. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
I will
feel
definitely have
like,
to figure that out.
yeah, I've missed a lot of like farewell tours,
Right.
being responsible. And I feel like this is one that I don't really want to miss.
Dude, and this is
I
definitely going to be
don't, s-
one that we could convince Kyle to show up at, especially being at the Cobra Lounge. It's 68.
True.
I feel like he'd
Yep.
be into it. I don't know his exact, like, what his like top 10 are or anything like that, but Kyle's been pretty on par with both of us in music. So we just let him
Yeah.
know, hey, 68 Cobra Lounge should be like, all right, tell me when we're meeting
Yeah.
up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't take much to get him out to a show. He just,
Right.
I see what he's doing on his stories on Instagram. He's out at all sorts of crazy shows. So,
Exactly. Right.
um, I mean, if I lived in the city, I probably would too.
Right. Easy.
Um, but yeah, let's fucking move along. We got actually a track that I was not, I wouldn't say not excited about when I first saw that it came out, but
Uh-huh.
then when I heard it, actually, I watched the music video was the first way that I consumed it, and
Okay.
then I got super hype on, and that is the track "Capture Release" by Elder. The psychedelic progressive rock group has shared this latest single off their upcoming album Through Zero, which is coming out at the end of the month, also on May 29th. So that'll be a good day for us.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, there's like I said, there's a music video for it. It's a cool music video. It's on YouTube. Go check it out.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, if I remember correctly, it's pretty much what you would expect from a an Elder music video. It's it's rocky.
Mhm. It's a little trippy. They
It's
got some weird,
fucking
like,
little.
fucking psychedelic shit going
Yep.
on. I listened to
It's
the track
psych.
before I watched the video, but then I had noticed, I think I was like, YouTube gives me the option between, I can switch between song and video if there's a video available most of the time. And I was already on videos for some reason, and this one popped up, and I was like, oh, fuck, video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know you sent me that. You had sent me that on Instagram a few days ago. So,
I think I
yeah,
texted you. Yeah.
yeah, you had texted me about it. It was either Saturday or Sunday. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday, but
Yeah.
whatever
You were
time,
busy.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because yeah, it was while I was working. Yeah, right. Um,
Yep.
so I remember popping outside for a second and then catching like 10 seconds, but they had that long like intro to
Yeah.
it with the lettering. I was like, I don't have fucking time for this. I'm going back in. Like I had enough time for 2
Yeah.
puffs. I can't.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
planning on it, and it was actually it was this morning that I was like, all right, let me sit down, let me catch it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's weird. It's not a weird video, but it's always weird for me to finally see like the band because I've never seen Elder live. I haven't seen, in fact, I don't think any of their videos. I've just listened to them, and
Yeah. Me too.
it's weird, but it's cool to see the band in person. And let me tell
Yeah.
you, every single guy in this band is exactly what I expected them to look like if I might have a shallow opinion about it. But otherwise, the music is great. They're fucking jamming. They're having a great time. I'm having a great time
Yeah.
listening to it. I have nothing bad to say about this one.
You know, with you saying that they look exactly the way that you pictured,
Yeah.
I a little bit disagree. I was
Okay.
expecting a little bit bigger guys,
Gotcha. Okay.
and they're pretty much not. They're all like skinny, lengthy fucking
Yeah.
dudes with
Exactly.
long hair and
Yeah.
fucking yeah.
Maybe it's normal for me
Yeah.
because you're not like I'm not saying you're big by any means, but you're tall. You're a little bit thicker. You know what I mean? Compared to me,
Yeah.
especially. So when I'm looking at these guys, I'm looking in a fucking mirror. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, they're normal ass fucking guys. Yeah. What I'm looking at in the mirror every day, you know? You're like,
Yeah.
you're at least a foot taller than all of them, you know? Towering above these guys. Some of them look tall, but either way, yeah. I can see your point, you know?
Yeah.
So. No, that's the
I was
Kardashev guys.
expecting
That's who you're thinking of. That's Kardashev.
okay.
I don't know
I
if you
don't
ever
know what
seen
you're
them. They've
talking
had.
about.
I'll have to send you some
No.
videos because the vocalist for Kardashev, he does a lot of funny shit on Instagram. So I'll send you some videos that are
Okay.
pretty good, pretty funny. And
Yeah, no.
if that's who I'm thinking of, if my mind visual is matching up with yours, you'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. So, but they're
Yeah,
hand in hand. They're pretty
I'm thinking
similar.
about some like big long hair, long beard,
Right.
like stoner biker looking dudes, you know what
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mean?
Right. Okay.
That's what I was picturing. But
Right.
whatever.
That's cool.
All right. Let's move
Shit.
to the next track.
Did you hear
What?
that?
Did I hear what?
Dude, I got this might I don't know if this is gonna show up on the recording, but it's storming out here and my foot was on the
Oh,
wall. Uh and I could feel that whole fucking thunderclap. Like that was insane. So I'll have to check that out a little bit later when I'm editing this. But that was kind of sick.
yeah. Dude.
Whoa.
Was it thunder or was it just your neighbor twerking upstairs or something?
Whoa, dude.
Making them
Uh
cheeks clap.
yeah, fucking whoa. No, it was thunder. For brevity's sake, it
Yeah,
was thunder. But hey, maybe, maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
Nope, I did not hear that. I am
Okay.
quite far from you, Tyler.
Right. Well, maybe you heard it
Far
through my
far
mic or
enough.
something. It's all right.
Yeah. Nope, I didn't. We get that fancy AI noise canceling.
Nice.
But yeah, this next track we got is another one that I was happily surprised about. And that was Everything You Say by Sparta, a band that we talked about pretty recently. They put out their first single in quite a while, I think, and they announced that they were signing with Equal Visions.
Uh huh.
Um, but yeah, this is that At the Drive-Ins spinoff
Yeah. Yeah.
that kind of took a break for a while, and now they're back. And we covered the first single, which was Crater, and that was co-written by My Chemical Romance's Frank Iero. And now we've got Everything You Say, and this one was much better in my opinion.
You think so? I don't remember
It's a
much about
catchy
Crater, but I
song.
remember it was being good. This one, I like the intro. It was
Yeah.
kind of like electro grime a little bit. You know what I mean? A little space agey, like, and that kind of
Yeah.
tracks with how their cover is for this upcoming album. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, and it gave me like kind of like 90s vibes a little bit, you know what I mean? Almost, which
Yeah.
was when at
Yeah.
the drive-in was like huge, but it just kind of had
Right.
that quick little boom bap, little. It
Yeah.
just it was
It
nice.
does
It was chill
it
listening.
definitely I agree with you about the 90s feel. It's like that 90s like post-hardcore, like early emo stuff.
Right.
Just kind of gave me those kind of vibes. Like, I don't know, kind of almost like a not as aggressive, but sort of like a Sunny Day Real Estate kind of vibe, like
Right.
early 90s post-hardcore shit.
Exactly. Yeah. And
But yeah,
compared to a lot of
pretty
other stuff that we had
pretty
on here.
catchy song.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When do we
So
get
yeah,
this? Oh shit. We got three. Yeah, we
their
got a
album
couple albums coming out. Yeah, on the
29th,
29th. Yeah, exactly.
May
Nice.
29th.
That's sick. I love
You
that.
can catch their album Cut a Silhouette out May 29th with Elder
Yep.
and 68. Pretty
68.
cool.
Yeah, it looks like the day before. I think it's the 28th, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's the same weekend. I look
Yeah. Yeah.
it's three solid
Same
releases,
shit.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's cool that they're kind
Absolutely.
of spread out in genres. We're not getting like, and I'm sure there's other albums coming out around then that we aren't talking about today, but um
Right.
hey, if they're not worth it, we're not putting it on this list, you know what I mean? Um no, we'll still talk about it. Yeah, like we've got 68, a little bit still in that kind of aggressive, like, but classic Josh sort of stuff. Elder, a little more doomy, a little more stonery, like a little chill. And then Sparta, like just to kind of complete that little nightcap kind of album. You finish off the night with that. You're trying to go to bed and it's just a little twinkly and shit like that. So
Yeah.
see what else they got going on with that. Oh, alrighty. I think I'm gonna take over so you can have a little water break or something, catch your breath. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
got a new track. Unless you had anything else to say about Sparta. Sick.
I don't.
Love it. We got a track by Human Issue, Clock's Bow, Trees, Brown. This will appear on their upcoming album In Flesh, due June 5th by Smart Punk Records. This we're kind of keeping it, like I said, more chill. I've been using that word a lot last couple releases that we talked about, but yeah, it's just that it's kind of got that Midwest emo, spoken word listener, um, some parts of Law Dispute. They're a hardcore punk band, but these
Yep.
guys took a little bit easy for a while on this one.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and it
This
got
one
a little
disappointed
heavier
me,
like near
man.
the end. What, for that reason? It wasn't as hardcore punk as you wanted it to be?
It it just wasn't really anything.
Right,
Um, like it's got music in the background, but like not similar to La Dispute. The talky vocals that they have is not lined up with the music in any way. It's
right.
not in a poetic manner. It's just
He's just kind
um
of talking.
he's
He's like
he's
a
just
youth
talking.
pastor or something, just kind of building stuff up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, the reason it disappointed me is that I saw the Human Issue track and was like, "Oh, sick," because all the other tracks that we've gotten up till
Right.
now are
Hardcore
killer.
punk. Exactly. They're fucking
Hardcore punk.
right.
My
Yeah.
shit. That's my
You can
shit.
start a circle pit to any of them easily.
Yeah.
You know.
I
This
mean,
one not so much.
Vice, yeah, Vice,
Hmm.
the last track that came out
Yep.
was like a little more like upbeat and
Right.
like almost like kind of like Bad Religion-y, where it's just like happy hardcore, like
Right.
we're dancing, we're having a good time, we're drinking some beers,
Exactly.
and then Medicate like just fucking goes
Right.
hard immediately.
Yeah.
That song is I think what got me into these guys.
Yep.
And then Waking is just a solid fucking pretty like just solid paced fucking beat down a hardcore song.
Yep. And this one, they fully applied the brakes.
Nah.
Immediately stopped
Yeah.
every part of this
They
album just for this
stomped
song.
on those brakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Take a breath, Go get some water. Take a pee break real quick kind of song. You know what I mean? Hopefully
Right.
this never comes up on a live set because I'll be bored out of my mind. That's for sure. Wonder
I
if
don't think it will be.
yeah, highly doubt. I don't know. Maybe they could be like, hey guys, we got a lot to talk about, and we just want to mention this real quick. And then the guy starts playing, and you're like, oh fuck, the trees are frowning. Damn it. But yeah, yeah, it was a little lackluster. So, let's move on to the next one. We've got a new song by Static Dress, Hospice. I had to leave a nice pregnant pause in there because they used an ellipsis right at the beginning. They will be releasing their sophomore album. Got a little, not a funny story about sophomore whatever, but something I'd like to mention in just a moment. They'll be releasing their sophomore album, Injury Episode, on May 29th. Here we go. Through Sumerian Records. And this is a band we've been talking about a few times throughout the months. They had that track EP. I think it was them. No, I'm thinking of a different band, but these guys just did a song with, excuse me, Under Oath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was
Nostalgia
thinking.
Kills, that last one.
Yep.
And it was just listed as Under Oath, so you could hear Aaron's part, all that. We were trying to figure out
Maybe,
Spencer and
yeah,
whatnot,
handful.
but this one was a little more brighter in tone.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
not as chaotic, you know. Once again,
Right.
that kind of alternative, not necessarily electronic, but you can hear the filters in the voice. Um,
Yeah.
and it gets heavy at times, but it's
Yeah.
it's a nice change of pace. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good track,
Yeah.
so I'll be looking forward to the album. What
Yeah.
did you think?
It's a pretty typical like metalcore ballad.
Right.
But yeah, I mean it was a good song. I know that I always talk about how I'm like I just want all action, just fucking
All bite,
pounding me
no
in the
bark.
face.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But or all bite, all bark, all
Yeah.
of it.
Right. Come on. Right.
But I can appreciate some slower ballady songs from time to
Right.
time. This one was good. I liked it.
It's pretty solid.
I liked it. I was not
Yeah.
upset. Definitely, like you said, different than the first track that we got with Under Oath, but I could see how this is going to fit into an album well, and it kind of gives you an idea of the different sides that this band
Right.
has.
Yeah.
And I think there's probably going to be a pretty good mix of both of those styles throughout this whole
Right.
album.
This is gonna be the third track that's been released, but I'm pretty sure we popped in on Nostalgia Kills. There's a song Human
Ah,
Props that was released as well that kind of has a mix of both. The Static Kills heavy kind of speed and aggressiveness. And then like their chorus and some of their bridges like slow it down in this hospice kind of way. So just tying into that both sides thing. They've got a good range of emotion in their music building. So if the rest of the album goes like this, I'm gonna love hearing the story that they have to tell with it. So check it out on May 29th. Let's see. Next up, we're no longer gooning for free. We got some tap water by Hammock. This is a duo releasing that just released this next single for their upcoming album. The Second Coming was a Moonrise on May 22nd, so a little bit sooner. I didn't get a chance. I mean, I got a chance to listen to it, but like I said, when I got to my Magic, this ended up showing up while I was gaming, so I didn't get to focus
yeah.
on it. But I did enjoy that other track that they had. Um,
Yeah, Gooning for free.
Exactly, yeah, just because the name is so fucking funny, like, I had to focus on that, I'm like,
Right.
I wonder what this one's all about," This
Yeah.
one's pretty good, it reminds me of Basement a little bit, um, this last track that we just talked about, Hospice, like, these are more kind of on that alternative side, like, they're definitely heavy guys, but You know, we're
Yeah.
getting variety, and that's cool. We're not getting one trick ponies. I feel like that much,
Yeah.
or at least the ones we're talking about. They're not just like this is all we fucking do. Enjoy it or don't,
Right.
whatever. We're getting some variety and some. I don't know what
Yeah.
else I'm trying to say, but it's really good. So here's that heavy part. I'm about 2 minutes in, and they fucking stopped it for a
Yep.
second. And fucking, that was sick.
Bam.
I love
Yep.
that. So this is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, this I was super excited about Gooning for Free. That one was a fucking heavy hitter.
Right.
So it got me going for sure. This one, when it started off, I was like, okay, this is interesting.
Like,
And
get
kind of
on
just
with
went with
it.
it.
Hey,
And I'm like, okay, like this is a good song, but definitely different than what I was expecting. And then, yeah, like you said, eventually it picks up, and I'm like, oh, there they are.
sick. Exactly. I do
And
also have to
yeah,
say,
I liked it.
hell yeah. They're like single art that they're doing reminds me of like
Uh-huh.
some old school punk and shit, like some Fugazi releases.
Yep.
You know, the I don't know, picture at the show, at the fucking basement show or whatever. Like it was like
Yep.
or when Joyce Manor, you know, what kind of what they do. Like they've got just like
Yep.
family or, you know, whatever pictures. And it, I'm not saying it's cooler because it doesn't take a lot of effort to make that, I guess, but that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that's a bad thing. Like a lot of the bands that we listen to, you know, are going through hiring artists to like make big elaborate
Yeah.
fucking scenes and paintings, and then they, you know, scan them and do a little edit or whatever. But um,
Right.
yeah, that's cool. It feels DIY, and I like that. So
Yeah. Yeah. The DIY feeling is nice. And then also I kind of have a theory that like when bands don't really put like a lot of effort into their like cover art,
yeah,
like that just means that they put all of their energy into the music.
exactly.
At least that's the way that I
I think that's a solid theory. That's
set
pretty
myself up.
good. You know what I mean? They're like, we're not worried about the fucking glitz and glamour. All right, we're trying to get your ear holes to orgasm, and
Yeah.
Hammock's doing pretty good. So hell yeah,
Yeah. Agreed.
need my towel.
Uh,
All right,
you got one
let's see.
last track,
Yeah, I
Tyler.
got one more, and then we're gonna bounce back a little bit, kind of make this a little more fun. Let's see. Last track I'm gonna talk about is "Starved of the Pressure" by Dealer. This is an Australian metalcore band that I've never heard of until now, and holy shit, where have they been all of my life? Um, I gotta, I don't know what it is, but I've got a love for Australian anything. Like anything that we've listened to in the last few years that has come out
Yeah.
of the land at down under has been
Yeah.
fucking solid. North Lane's one of my big favorites. We've got Thornhill, which little side note, they've released one album 3 times. Check it out. You probably already have. Bodies is now, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about it because we took it off this list for that reason. Let's see. Amity
Yeah.
Infliction, fucking
Parkway
psychedelic corn
Drive.
crumpets, Parkway Drive, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Like,
Yup.
you would think all that
Yeah. They're
sunlight is
killing
frying
it.
their brains, but maybe here's my theory. They've got all
It's
kinds of
energizing
spiders
them.
and lizards and fucking crocodiles. They've got all these dangerous animals. They can't go fucking outside, so they stay inside and they record music. They're staying in the studio. Just a theory.
or hear me out.
Okay.
Maybe because they have all those fucking monsters coming at them all the time, they're like
Right.
constantly fucking fighting monsters. They're
Oh,
tough, dude. And that's why they
these
put
guys,
such tough music out.
Dealer, I could see that out
Yeah.
because these guys are tough as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
The album art is fucking sick. This guy's he got stabbed by a shotgun, and then that shotgun blasted his fucking intestines out, dude.
Sure did.
This is insane. And the music is
Yeah.
just as insane. It's fucking. We got blast beats in here. We've got some like hardcore, you know, sort of like themed vocals. We had
Yep.
like that fucking ha ha kind of laugh in here, bro. Laughing at your demise, dude.
Yep.
This got
Got
every
some
good
bass
part.
drops.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this was fucking awesome. We do have an album coming out. We had an album come out. Their debut album came out 2024, and hopefully we can get something else out of them pretty soon. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, we had another song, Pump Action Catatonia. We were talking about that. That was last week, wasn't it? Week before.
It
was pretty
was
recently.
It was at the end of February.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's been a little while, but that's fine. I need to put these guys. I'm doing this right now. Subscribe. There. Now it'll be
There we
updated
go.
on fucking anything else that they have. These guys are fucking solid.
Yes.
So, yeah. What do you got to say? What are you thinking?
Now you pretty much took the words out of my mouth. It's a fucking really good song, and I
Right.
agree with you. I just agree with you on the whole thing. I'll leave it at
Hell yeah.
that.
Sick.
So yeah, I'm excited to maybe find out some news about a new album.
Right. Very
But
excited.
yeah, oh yeah, one little last thing on the cover art. Kind of gives me Josh Scoggins vibes.
A little bit. Yeah, that fucking it kind of like not gonna because
that
most things
style.
are like hand, but it's just that that kind of you would see it in like a punk art gallery, you know what I mean? Like an alternative kind of not a classic, ooh, we did oil paintings. No, there's a story behind this, you know what I mean? There were some drugs involved and they're like, "Oh my god, like this is my idea."
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that. So we'll see. Maybe this is the actual album art if they decide to put these on there. I mean, the last two releases they've had this Pump Action. It's a shotgun, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to see what they have in store for us. So,
Yep. Kind of in the same vein, we got an EP drop by Obeyer. The EP is titled Palor, and this artwork's pretty cool. It's a little different. It's like a fucking like mirrored or like a double image of like a creepy person in a cloak.
it's like a
giving the praying
3D.
hands.
You got the 3D glasses on. It's got the blue red. So, like, if you were to look through those glasses, you know,
dude, I need to get some glasses and see if this works.
man, I got some floating around. I think I have a pair in my car, actually. We were just going through my glove box. The cat's like, what are these? I was like, oh, you remember when we went and watched fucking what? Oh, it was when we went and watched Tron, Ares. We watched it in 3D, and Kat got rid of her glasses, and I kept mine because I was like, hey, I don't think they charge you like any extra, except for like on the ticket, but I was like, hey, I'm just gonna keep these for the next time we go see a 3D movie. And she's like, oh fuck, I should have kept mine. Like, yeah, you probably should have, but hey, I'm not here to judge. So
I'm surprised they didn't make you give it back. But
you think,
you just drop them in a box, don't you?
You either drop them in a box or you throw them away, and I did neither of those things because I executed my free will as an adult.
Yeah.
I paid for it. I'm taking it with me. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry,
You're
not
gonna
sorry.
Take those from me, right? Go fuck yourself. How
Tyler
about that?
Tyler had some drinks at the movie theater. I'll tell you that.
Oh, for sure.
You're like fucking two-hearted ales down. You're just like, I'm keeping these. Why shouldn't I keep these?
I refuse to drink IPAs. No, you want to know what my go-to drink is at the movie theater here in Benton Harbor?
Let's hear it.
The Dude Abides. It's a White Russian. Yep.
You're having them make you a White Russian?
Fuck yeah, dude. I want to be in there for like 2 hours. Yeah. And it usually gets me, just that one drink usually gets me good enough. I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking fine. That's the only drink I'm going to have. So, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude,
it's on their menu. It's on their menu. Why not?
Okay, well, if it's on their menu, then that makes more sense.
I'm not just going out of my way to be like, can you make me a Caucasian, please? No. No, they're offering it, which is weird enough. Like, you don't see White Russians
Yeah, it
on
is a
menus
weird.
that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Damn.
yeah,
Well, hell yeah. I'll tell you this much. Definitely do not drink beer on tap there. Always get a canned beer.
I believe it.
Dude, don't give me shit. But I was there. All they had were like heavy craft beers, and I was like, I don't want that. I just want a yellow beer, and I want a
Right.
20 ounce. So I'm getting a draft. So I got a
Yep.
Bud Light because that was
Okay.
the only thing they had, and it tasted awful. I knew right off the bat that they have not cleaned their lines in quite some time.
Hey, let Joey know. He'll go out there. He'll rent his time, I'm sure.
Oh, I told Joey, and he was
Oh,
like,
okay.
"What the hell, dude?"
Right. Come
Um,
on. Right.
But yeah, they're not fucking. Putting all their money into new seats and shit. They're not gonna pay him to
Right.
fucking clean their lines.
Yeah. Right.
Like no one's complaining, so why not?
Yeah.
Well,
I can see
any
that out of them for sure.
yeah. Well, back to the music.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah, dude, this was just like a solid fucking deathcore album.
Right.
Um, it's 4 songs long,
Yep.
and all of them are pretty heavy hitters. The last song has a little bit of like a atmospheric break where we get some clean vocals. So a little more on the like proggy side.
Right.
But but yeah, this was just solid. I don't know
Yeah.
what else to say about it.
I was a little surprised because seeing this album art, I was kind of expecting the music to be the same, but the vocals to be a little more metalcore-y, like not as guttural. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a little Silent Planet-y. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know you haven't really listened to them that much, but I will always tell you to do that because they fucking rip. But anyways, the music, yeah, was fucking solid. I mean, the vocals were great too. Every part of this was awesome, and hopefully they got because this is just an EP that they got. Are they going to
Yeah.
be expanding on this, or do they just kind of that's about it?
Yeah. I don't think we have any news right now.
Okay. I
So
mean, and that's
we'll
fine, Yeah, I'm sitting here expecting
yeah.
or asking or, "Hey, is there gonna be a full album?" You know what? Keep it like this, you know what I mean? I feel like we
Yeah.
could definitely get away in this industry, in this scene, with more smaller, well-crafted releases like this. Just
Yeah.
because I feel like enough bands, go out and they're like, all right, people are expecting another full album. We got to figure out 12 to 15 songs, and
Yeah.
really like set them up and blah, blah, blah. And then you end up losing out on the quality because they got to try and spread it out, and then we have to
Right.
wait so long. Um, I'd like to see more of these, honestly. Let's get some more EPs
Yeah.
going. Yeah, this was solid. So
Yeah.
fuck
I
whatever I said
also
before.
think
Let's just get this.
no. I also think that the words demo and EP
Mhm.
have almost become interchangeable at this point in time.
Okay. Yeah.
Back in my day, the word demo was meant that you had a 3 to 5 song um of rough songs that
Right.
are going to be on your next full length. And then those songs are going to be on the next full length in a updated or like finished version. And then an
Right.
EP would just be like, here we've got 3 or 4 songs that we just want you to have, and then
Exactly.
we're gonna work on some other shit for our full length. And I feel like
Exactly.
that's kind of like people put out EPs and then all of a sudden you get a full length and it has those EP songs, and it's like, well, but that wasn't the point,
Exactly. There's
you
just
know?
a single like kind of,
Yeah,
throw that on a
right.
7-incher, to get people excited and give you a little money so you can fund the
Yeah,
full album, you know what I mean? No, even
right.
going farther, like a demo in my mind is, hey, like we haven't been signed yet, or we're shopping around for a new record label. Like this is some shit we're working on. This is what you give to the execs to be like, listen to this, if they can't make it to your show. An
Yeah,
EP, I agree with that. Like this is a little kiss of music to keep you stemmed over because for the next year and
Right.
a half, whatever,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna be
be working on
working on
something.
an actual album. But this is something to keep you
Right.
guys occupied and remember that we're still here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's all very good opinions about that. I'm gonna take over from you since we're flipping off back and forth. We got a
Don't you
full
flip me
album.
off.
Yeah, fucking. Here's two for you. Hey, who's got two middle fingers and is recording the Riff Report with you? This fucking guy. But yeah, we got a full album release finally by metalcore band Haste the Day, Solid State Mainstays, Haste the Day. You know I had to take this one. The album is called
Yep.
Dissenter, and honestly, every part of this was really good. I really loved. We were talking about Liminal before. I really did enjoy that song.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
had Silent Planet on it. We were just talking about them. I know you weren't a real big fan of it when we were talking about it. Maybe due to expectations or something. It's fine. You're allowed that. Burn was really
I had
good.
I
That was another.
I had previous Haste the Day expectations.
Exactly, right, and it just didn't, which is fine, you know what I mean? They've been around for a while, you know, it's about time for them to either change their sound up a little bit, put something new, whatever. Um, but yeah, Burn was
Yeah.
awesome. Let me see. I really enjoyed Heretic. I didn't really have any songs that I hated on this album. I love the imagery. I love the sound. I will definitely be trying to get this on vinyl when I have some more expendable income available, which will be really soon. So I'm not saying I've told myself at least an album a paycheck, but I'm kind of getting to that. I don't know,
It's
like
a nice little treat for yourself.
that's what I'm saying. I worked hard, you know what I mean? I want some more
Yeah.
music, so and
Yeah.
I've been talking with a lot of people. Like I'm really trying to get more into the physical media mindset. We've had this conversation when we were at Magic. I was helping a buddy pick out like hi-fi stacks, you know, and record players and stuff like that. Like what could be good, what you shouldn't waste his time on, that sort of stuff. Because that's what he wants to do. Like he wants Magic Night at his house to be more physical media friendly. So CDs, cassettes, records, like all that kind of stuff. And I love that and I celebrate it and will do anything in my power to help that. So I feel like
I
everybody
agree,
needs to
dude.
do that, you
I
know.
think so too. I think one of like some of my favorite times of like you guys coming over for card or game night or whatever is
Yeah.
like, you know, bring over some records
Yeah.
and it gives you another talking point instead of just the regular bullshit. Or
Exactly.
like, oh yeah, hey, I just listened to this album. You should check them out, you know, when you get a time. But like no one's gonna remember to
No.
do that.
Listen
But if
to it
you're sitting
right
there,
now. Right. You have
yeah,
no
we're
choice. You're going to
listening
listen
to
to
it
this.
right now, and
Yeah.
you're looking at the record, you're looking at
Uh-huh.
the sleeve, you're getting the imagery, dude. It sinks in better.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
appreciate things better.
I love that. You know what I mean? It's really cool. It's a cool thing to do. So, yeah,
Yeah.
solid fucking album. What did you think? I know you had your expectations about Burn, but or Liminal, but
Yeah.
what about the
Yeah,
rest of the
no,
album?
I have since come to terms with my failed expectations. And I think that their sound that they have now is perfectly fine. It's
Yeah.
very cleaned up and definitely different than how they used to be. That's cool.
Yeah.
Um, Overall, thought it was a really good album from start to finish. It definitely won't be on a regular rotation for me, but it's a good album. I
All
give
right.
them
Well,
props.
hey, I'm gonna buy this, and then when I come over to your house, I'll bring it, and then it'll be rotated then. All
Ma-
right,
Yeah,
and
maybe
then
I'll
you won't have a
appreciate it
choice.
more.
All right.
Sometimes when you hear some stuff on a nice thick wax,
Changes your
something gets
mind a little
instilled in
bit.
you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Sick. All right. Well, I look forward to that day, sir.
Hell yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Well, I'm kicking it back. We're going back to the EPs,
Yeah.
and we got an EP drop from Health, which is a little bit of like a electronica. It's like it's heavy electronica.
Right.
It's shoegazy. It's industrial. That's the
Yeah.
word I'm looking for. It's industrial,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and
New Age 9 Inch
which
Nails. Kind of.
yeah, if
Kind of.
which falls under the alternative category. So we're gonna
Right.
go with it.
Alternative.
Alternative.
Yeah. All right. Alternative. Yeah.
um,
I knew there was a reason for that.
I I loved this.
Yeah.
I loved this EP. It's great. Um, the starting track features Filter, Free to Die. That song was really good. They got
Yep.
a cover of Be Quiet and Drive from Deftones. That one was really good. Kind of gave me, I don't know if you're familiar, Tyler, but um, Chino Marino, the fucking singer of
Yep.
Deftones, he has a couple other side project bands, and one of them was Crosses, and that's kind of like a shoegazy electronic industrial band.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I've
And
never heard of them.
this reminds me a lot of that.
Nice.
Um,
Hell yeah.
but yeah, then you got Mean, which features Chelsea Wolfe. That was a real good song. Um, Alone was like dark, creepy, little ominous. I
Yeah. That
liked
was one of
that
the singles
track.
that they had dropped. I think that's the one we talked about the first time with this.
Yeah, I believe so. And then you got The Drain, the last song on the EP, which features Bad Omens and Swarm. Not sure who Swarm is, but obviously I know who Bad Omens is.
Yeah.
This
Right.
song was really good. It reminded me a lot of Bad Omens electronic album that they put out. What was it called? Concrete Jungle. Which also featured Health. Oh, it had this song on it. All right.
Oh yeah.
So there that is. But yeah, Tyler, if you like this EP, you should
Uh huh.
check out Concrete Jungle by
Okay.
Bad Omens. It's got a great song with Poppy. It's got this song, The Drain. It's got a
Uh huh.
song with Bob Villain. It's got a
Okay. Oh
song
shit.
with Wargasm
Yeah.
Era. Fucking dude, yeah,
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now, and this is a solid fucking lineup. That's
yeah,
okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to put this on. Save for later.
hell yeah.
Sick. I'm trying to think of what I really
But
listened
yeah,
to. I think yeah, because I used to be like kind of into Bad Omens, but like I feel like it was either Finding God or their self-titled
yeah.
that got me into
The
them.
album with the red cover on it is like their
Yeah.
big one.
The death of you talking about the death of peace of mind?
I think so. It's
Okay.
mostly red.
There's like the chick on the table. It's mostly red, yeah, because
Yeah.
there's their
Yep.
self-title where there's like a forest scene. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it had to have been their self-title or Finding God because I remember hanging out with my buddies out at the shack in Eau Claire. You drive by it every day and you have no idea where it's at. But it's right next to the activity center right there. Um,
Okay.
we used to smoke weed and drink beers over there on Apple Street.
Hell
It
yeah.
was a great time. But yeah, I remember just sitting there and we'd always pop on, like, we'd either watch cracked.com videos, we were playing For Honor or Monster Hunter, or watching videos, like music videos, and Bad Omens was on heavy rotation back then. But I've done enough drugs and alcohol to forget which Bad Omen songs they were, so forgive me for a moment. But I remember having a good time listening to them, so I'll have to do another, little refresher on all that.
Yeah.
So sick. Let me go back to where I was. All right. You got anything else? I'm about to move us
No.
right along. We got an album. We got the album release finally. These guys are going to be playing at the Salt Shed soon. But the Claypool-Lennon Delirium has dropped their album, The Great Parrot Ox, a little tongue in cheek. And the Golden Egg of Empathy. Um, Yeah, the album cover has real big Illuminati vibes, but I feel like in a sarcastic way because Les Claypool was involved, so that's always great.
Yeah.
And I was actually talking to a guy about this. I feel like I got him kind of back into some good music. He was some old dude sitting at my bar, and somehow, some way, we started talking about like shows and whatever. And that's usually like, I feel like people either I'm talking to somebody else about like shows I've been to, because I just love talking about music. Maybe I'm a little selfish, but I want everyone else to experience the joy I feel when I go to shows. Um,
Oh yeah.
it always surprises me when they're like, I've only been to like 2 shows in my life. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, do you just not like living? Do you just sit at home all the time? Love your wife,
Right.
love your kids? Like, is that it? Like, is that all life's about? No. No, I say it's not. But we were talking about the Salt Shed specifically, and I was telling him how I'd asked him this. I was like, "Hey man," I was like, "Do you like Primus?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do." I was like, "Ah, well, Primus sucks." And he's like, "Ha ha ha, that's what they say." So I knew that was my hook. I was like, "All right, you know what I'm
He's
talking
cool.
about." Exactly. He's
Yeah.
chill. He's cool. So I was like, all right, well, I was like Claypool-Lennon Delirium, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, Lennon, like which Lennon, And I'm like, well, the one who's not dead, but, we were kind
Yeah.
of chatting about that. And I was like, they got a new album coming out. I was like, check out the song Meat Machines. I was like, it's classic fucking, but with like a twist. And he's like, all
Yeah.
right, yeah, I'll check him out. So I was doing the Riff Report live at the bar, dude. It was sick.
Oh yeah.
Which is literally if I get the chance every day at the bar for me. Um,
I know.
but
I
yeah,
see
this
it.
album, yeah, you do. And you're sitting there just chuckling the whole time, like, look at this guy
Yep.
making himself look like a fool.
Look at him
Um,
go. Yep.
exactly. I'll never stop. I have no shame. Um, I will admit I didn't get all the way through this album, because it is kind of a Les Claypool fucking
It
thing. So
is.
there's it I'm not saying it's super long, but it kind of, you know what I mean? It's
It takes
it's
you through a
that. It's that kind of
journey.
release. Exactly, and I want to give it a proper listen to, but I did give a few of the tracks a listen before this. Me Machines was a great song. WAP.
Yep.
What the fuck does that stand for? What a predicament. What a predicament
Yep.
that he's put himself in. And I think I got as far as Simplest of Deeds. So I got the first 5 songs out of it, and there's about seven tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 tracks after that. But it's exactly what I expect out of a fucking Les Claypool a, adjacent project. I don't know much of what Sean Lennon does. Um, but I'll have to go out and listen.
I think he's got his own band.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure he's raised around music his entire life. Um,
Yeah. Well, I know that he
and
took over or he restarted the I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but that terrible project that John and Yoko started
uh-huh.
out like after the Beatles,
Right.
and it was like real experimental and real weird. It's like
Okay.
the I don't even remember what it was called, but I heard him and his mom started that back up
Okay.
at some point, and then I think after that he was like playing with some other band. I'm not sure.
Plastic Ono Band?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's looking like their little thing. So that's cool, I guess. Love that.
yeah.
Yeah, he's also been a member, it looks like Chibo or Sibo Mato, the ghost of a saber-toothed tiger. I love that name. Claypool
All right.
Lennon, and then yeah, Plastic Ono. So
Yep.
Oh,
But
it looks like they formed Claypool-Lennon Delirium with Les knowing that Primus would take a year off after touring alongside the ghost of a saber-tooth and Dinosaur Jr. He kept in touch with
nice.
Sean, and then they just started doing fucking old school psychedelic fucking stuff, and
Hell
here we
yeah.
are. So,
Hell yeah.
what, 3 albums in? Yeah, Monolith of Phobos, South of Reality, and now Great Parrot Ox. So, it's cool. I love that. I love
It
that
kind
for
of
him.
reminds me of like a them crooked vultures situation where
Yeah.
like Josh Homme is friends with Dave Grohl. They're
Uh-huh.
obviously in tune with each other. And then
Right.
fucking, I think Dave Grohl tells the story that they were at medieval times for Dave Grohl's birthday,
Okay.
and fucking John Paul Jones is there and
Right.
Josh
Just
Homme's
hanging
there,
out.
and
And they're like,
Dave
huh?
introduces the two of them together, and they were like, "Dude, we
Uh,
should jam," and
do a thing.
fucking
And here we are.
created one of the
That's
greatest fucking rock bands of the century.
yeah. I absolutely love
um,
that.
but yeah, dude, I fucking love this album. I've listened to it, I'd say probably 3 times this weekend.
Dang. That's awesome. I love
And
that.
yeah, I was into it. Uh you're right. It does have a lot of very less Claypool-y shit mixed in here.
Right.
So
Which is
it does
fine. I'm not
get
complaining.
it gets weird. Which is why I fully recommend listening to it all the way through
Yep.
and just immerse yourself in the
Well, and that's
situation
the thing
because
about like Les Claypool stuff is you end up having to listen to it from start to finish because I'm not saying the first track's going to correlate to the last track, but there's usually some sort of like cyclical nature and
yeah,
connecting factors between each song. You know what I mean? He's going to end a song
yeah,
and then kind of work into the next one, and you almost have to listen to the entire album all the way through. I At this point, I can't listen to just so like okay. When I'm at work and John the Fisherman comes on, I'm not going to try and listen to fucking Frizzle Fry all the way through, you know? But if I'm sitting
yeah,
down at home and I've got time to listen to a Primus track, I'm gonna listen to a Primus album. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I have
yeah.
to give it to him. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. No, I agree. But yeah, to wrap things up for the sake of
Yeah.
moving along, but
Right.
yeah, Meat Machines was a great track. Um, and then another one to call out, I really liked the Golden Egg of Empathy features Willow Smith, who I
Oh,
am a pretty big fan of, I would say.
okay.
Um, she's
Nice.
fucking she's fucking cool, dude. She's got a great voice. She fucking rips on the bass. She is and clearly it shows here. I'm pretty sure she's singing and playing bass with Les on this song.
Nice.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of talent. And I feel like what, Willow's well, younger than us, but that let
Yeah, I
that
think she's in
be
her mid 20s maybe.
right. Yeah. Let that sing praise for her. Like if she can fucking stand up there and fucking record with Let's and they can put it on an album, that takes a lot of talent for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So hell yeah. Way to go, Willow.
Agreed. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well,
Sick.
we got one last album. And that is LP4 by American Football. And I know for a fact we're not going to spend much time on this because Tyler is not interested and I'm not really interested either.
Whoa. Making more thumbnails, sorry. Dang, but that's crazy
Yeah,
though. Okay, yeah, let's hear it, dude, because I have really next to nothing to say about this.
yeah, I'm disappointed. American football is known for being pretty chill and I don't know, melodic and like
Mhm.
poetic almost.
Right.
And but I feel like the stuff that I like about American football has a little more energy than this. And this whole album is pretty mellow. Um, I listened to the whole thing one time through, and I didn't love it.
Dang.
Didn't love it.
Rough, dude. Yeah. You're you're always trying to get me into American and football, dude. Do you like that?
Wrong American football, dude. I'm talking about NFL, dude.
Oh, are you? Okay. Hell yeah.
No, I have told you to get into them before for
Right.
sure. But I like their
No.
earlier works.
Hell yeah. I mean, some of their stuff's been popping on my Joyce Manor playlist at work, so
Yeah.
that's cool. And then yeah, it's them, American football. There's this other band that I fucking hate. I hate when they show up. I don't remember. There's like they got like a cat on their album. I don't remember the band name. But their
Okay.
songs are so fucking boring that I'm just like, and it's about what I'm getting out of this album. I've just scrubbed through like 6 songs. I'm just like, what the fuck? Um,
It's yeah.
yeah, and then Hot Mulligan, but I know people are gonna get pissed about Hot Mulligan 'cause they're like, he's yelling at us. Like, he's not, but he's yelling into a microphone.
Yeah.
There's a difference, you know.
Yeah.
God, have you ever
He's
been
got
angry before?
problems.
Right. Come on.
Yeah.
You felt what he's felt before. Don't lie. You know what I mean? We're all honest here. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again, but I don't
Yeah.
see much out of this, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
not
can miss this
necessary.
one like the rest of them.
Yeah, I'll let you pass this one up.
Sick.
If I give you something that I feel a little bit more passionate about, then
Hell yeah.
you do that one. You can use this one. I'll
Right.
give you a freebie. You don't have to listen.
Sick. Thanks. I appreciate it. Nice. Well, that was a good
Well,
little thanks for that. I appreciate that.
yeah. Yes, believe it or not, my mind changes from time to time.
It happened. That's all right. We forgive you. Or at least I do. I don't know what Jordan will have to say about this. He might be so offended. Let us know
I
below,
don't think you
Jordan.
will be.
How mad are you at Ryan on
Um,
a scale of 1 to 10?
yeah, please let us know.
Right.
All right. Time for some band drama.
Right. There you go.
Um, you know, I threw this in here because I don't know, we don't get enough band drama, or maybe we get the
Right.
appropriate amount of band drama.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of drama for the most part.
Right.
But there's a little bit of ambiguity here, so I'm just gonna throw it in this category. All that remains, the OG metalcore band has kicked off their newly launched spring headlining tour last on April 29th in Albany, New York, marking the official live debut of new guitarist Ken Susi of As a Lie Dying fame and Unearth. I can vouch for him. He's a fucking kick-ass guitarist. However, fans also spotted another new face on stage, Emil Wurstler, best known for his work with Chimera and Death. He was filling in for guitarist Mike Martin and appears to set to handle those duties for the remainder of the tour. We have not gotten any news or clarification at this time of why Mike Martin is not with the band. So
Weird.
drama, I don't know. Could be nothing, to be honest with you. Maybe there was
Right.
a family emergency. Maybe there was injury and they just
Right.
didn't feel the need to share. Um, or maybe he quit or got kicked out of the band. Who fucking knows?
Yeah. I
So
feel like
for
these guys aren't
now,
really like a band to, be all dramatic and be like, "Oh my god, like we're going to get ahead of this before it leaks or whatever." Like I just don't see that out of all that remains. So if that's the case, then
yeah,
I'm sure eventually we'll get something about it, but it could just be chalked up to, "Hey, I'm sick," or "Yeah, my fucking dad has cancer," or something, you know what I mean? Like
right.
something different, but
And I could definitely
well,
see in that situation if there was like a family emergency or something. Uh,
yeah,
it's between him and his family. There's no need to fucking involve the public.
exactly. Right. So, who knows? But when we do know, we'll let you know here on the Riff Report. First up, breaking news. Sick. Hell yeah. What was I looking up? Alrighty. I'm gonna move us along, but I wanted to look up some of these tracks because I'm interested. But we did just get
Hold,
a
hold
couple of
on, hold
release.
on,
Yeah. Oh,
hold
oh, I'm so
on.
sorry.
You're not
Oh,
just
oh,
going
what the
into the
fuck?
thing.
I'm
What are
not
you
just going in.
doing?
That's what I'm saying. All right, hold on. Let me get back into things. Sorry. And this is all to help me out, so I'm just fucking myself in the end. But we're moving along to our artist news. Whoa. Yeah, there you go. Sick. All right, now we can move
And while
on.
you talk
I'm so
about
sorry.
this, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
pee.
All right, that's fine. Let's see. We got 2 remixes from the band Architects, one of my favorite British metalcore outfits. From their latest album, The Sky, the Earth, and All Between. Excuse me. We've got 2 revised versions. Everything Ends and Broken Mirror, with Daniel Joseph overseeing both reworks. You can stream both of the remixes now, and they are also available for a special 7-inch pressing. Some would say that's above average. I gotta say, personally, I wasn't really a fan of the 7-inch idea. Oh, there we go. I got videos. Um, they're not videos at all. They're just songs that are attached to a video. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of the 7-inch just because I figured, it's not a full album. Hey, why am I spending money on a couple of singles? Let me just fucking. But it's kind of chill. Like you usually get like a special release, a different splatter style, some cool art attached. Um, and I'll have to look up and see what this is. Let me look up Architects 7-inch.
Are you trying to find a picture of it?
Yeah. There we
I was
go.
also trying,
Oh,
but their website is not cooperating with me.
gotcha. Yeah, I found something on Facebook, but it's just like another news thing. Um, oh, here we go.
Oh, I found it.
It's
It's pretty cool
yeah,
looking.
the Coke bottle clear. The like blue
Yeah,
one. Yeah, that is actually
yeah.
pretty fucking cool. I love that color.
For a hot $15 though. That's a
Dude,
little
that's
steep.
exactly what you think that's a little too much or just enough?
I think a little bit too much, maybe.
Okay. Because that Roman candle 7-inch that I got cost exactly the same. So maybe
All
that's
right.
just the new price of 7 inches. I think okay, here's the thing, but there were 2 different people. I think that's completely affordable. I'll drop $60 on a fucking record, no problem. But you have a family and you won't. I know that. So
I'm a $30 like max kind of guy, unless it would have to be pretty special for me to spend more than that.
right. Yeah. Like a box set or a special release or something. Sure.
Yeah,
Like a once in
something.
a lifetime, letting the days go
Right.
by kind of
Yeah.
release. Hell yeah. That's pretty
Hmm.
cool. This remix isn't bad. I'm listening to Everything Ends right now. Broken Mirror was a really good song, so let me check that out while I'm chatting a little bit. Did you listen to these tracks at all?
I think I did when I put them on this list,
Right.
but I don't really remember, to be honest with you.
Okay.
It
Hey man, you remember a Suicide Season Cut Up?
no.
Oh, fuck,
Oh
man. All
wait,
right.
was that the
Yeah, it was
they
the
had
Bring Me the
they had
Horizon.
two
Yeah.
different color
They had the red
covers,
one
right?
for Suicide Season, and
Yeah.
then they had the
And then they had
green
the
one.
green one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cut up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just think of that.
I did. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's the deluxe edition. It's got the whole album, and then at the end, it's got all the remixes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Um,
Yep.
yeah. Cool. So that's pretty much what it
Yeah.
sounds like. It's just, electronic beats, and the drums are like electronic, no guitar. They got the vocals and then they've got, you know what I mean, EDM shit going on kind of in the background. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yep.
It's nice. I think
Yeah.
that's a good way to experience metalcore in a different way. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's only $15, I might end up fucking snagging that. So I just got
I mean,
an email
pretty
from my
cool looking.
bank that said they're gonna be doing early direct deposit. Soon as that fucking payroll file hits my bank as pending, they're gonna give me my
Yep.
money. So
Oh yeah.
and it starts tomorrow, so hopefully I'll have my money tomorrow. That'd be sick, cause
Nice.
Elizabeth be fucking dropping that payroll file pretty
Yeah,
early.
early.
So that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
get
saying.
mine on Thursdays when I know most people
Okay.
get theirs on Friday.
Yeah, I've been
But
getting mine on Friday, which is fine. You know what I mean? But if I can get a little bit earlier, that'd be cool.
yeah, doesn't
So
matter to me. My shit's spent by the time it hits my bank account anyway.
tell me about it, bro. But for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like I said, I get my bills
Uh
paid first, all right, and then I fuck around. But it's
right.
yeah. It's-
Well,
What we got
we
next?
got some pretty cool news. Darren Malakian from System of a Down. They were headlining at Sick New World over the weekend, and little footage was shared um, where Darren took a little pause in the set to note that despite the band's well documented political differences, they are able to keep things together and by putting friendship and brotherhood first. And his exact quote from the show was, let me tell you something. System of a Down is not a cult. System of a Down is a band with four members who are good people, who have different beliefs about different things, different solutions about complex problems. Stop letting the media divide you. Stop letting the government divide you. If we can be on stage together and have different thoughts and different beliefs, you can be together too. For those of you who disagree with me, pull the tapeworm out of your ass.
Yeah. There you go. Darren's the
Which
weirdo, right?
yeah, he's a weirdo.
All right.
But he's cool guy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I watched the video of it, and the way that he did it all was pretty perfect.
Oh
He
yeah.
got the crowd kind of roaring a little bit with the stop letting media divide you, stop letting the government divide you, a little pause
Yeah.
in between those. And I mean, I think he's totally right. Like, because it's been pretty well covered in the news that System of a Down's drummer is like a pretty big MAGA dude. He has some pretty bad takes on
Somehow.
um,
Right.
some policies, and obviously Serge is like liberal activist.
I was gonna say the
Um,
most left guy you can find in music, I think, right now. But
yeah. So yeah, I mean, for them to be able to put their differences aside and just be a band is it says something for sure. You know, a lot of people today will like try and get you to like take anybody who voted for Trump and like just cast them out of your life. And
right.
I find that personally kind of hard because specifically my fucking family are pretty much all fucking Republicans who somewhat agree with fucking Donald Trump and certain things and whatnot.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I can argue with my family members till my
Yeah.
fucking face turns blue. And it won't change anything. I'm the black sheep of the
Exactly.
family and no one
Yeah.
agrees with me. So it is what it is, but doesn't mean that I don't love them, you know.
Right.
I kind of I get pissed off that they agree about things that I think are just terrible, but
Right.
that's my own opinion and everybody's entitled to their own, I guess. As long as they don't come out and fucking start spewing hateful shit to
Exactly.
where, calling for certain things that I feel strongly about, we're all good. Um,
Right.
and especially in the place that we work, dude, we work on a golf course, um, in a rich neighborhood. Like,
Right.
chances are that at least 60% of our clientele have fucking voted for Trump. What am I supposed to do about that?
Yeah. Exactly. There's not much we can do. except get them drunk and hey, maybe we can all forget about the tribulations of the world together. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
that's fine with me. You know what I mean?
Yep. Just don't go
So
spewing your hateful bullshit on me because I'm not having it.
sad.
I am
Amen,
stubborn
brother.
and argumentative. I will argue with you all day.
Right. Hell yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, it's the same kind of deal in my family. And maybe it's just us being Midwest guys, you know what I mean? The older generation that we have, and I don't know, there's theories out there that says the older you get as a, I don't know, cis white male, like the more right leaning you
Yeah.
get, which I hope never happens, but
I I
hey, you
don't
never
see that
know.
happening to me.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I really try and not because I've got like family in the military and people who support that, and I do support. I support the people who want to protect the freedom and the liberties that we have and whatever. But the people that we've
Agreed, me
had
too.
making those decisions and delegating those people out to support those ideas are not
Yeah.
elevating. They're not delegating and elevating. They're delegating and they're killing, and it sucks.
Yeah.
They're doing it for selfish reasons, and that sucks. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's cool to hear Darren come out and use that. That's I don't know. There's bands out there that I've heard try not to do that. They're like, hey, we don't want to, you know what I mean, get caught in the rat race and use our stage as a soapbox. Like we're here just to talk about music. But like when you think about it, that's the perfect avenue to stand on a soapbox and talk about the things that we have because a lot of us don't have voices. We can't get out there
Right.
in the zeitgeist into the general population. Let our
Correct.
things be known. So that gives all of us back here down here an opportunity
Yep.
to get together and agree on something and be like, yeah, this is how we feel. You've got
Yep.
the microphone. Please talk about it. And those bands are fucking
Yep.
cowards. Way to go, Darren, for never being a coward.
Yep.
So, hell yeah. I love that.
Well, it's fucking
Alrighty. Yeah.
redemption time, hopefully.
Here we go. So I spent part of this week listening to this band because goddamn it, I felt like a dummy last week, but we did get some news from Zayo, um, which actually kind of sucks. Like, not for them. Well, it sucks for them. Um, but yeah, we got news from Zayo where it sounds like they are having difficulty releasing some new music through the digital distribution service TuneCore, as that service has flagged some of their latest outputs as being created via generative AI. They're super frustrated about it and trying to convince the customer service bots, the AI, that their stuff is an AI. Um, and it's not that, that they're not using AI. They shared some information regarding the production of the material in question, along with some video footage of their digital audio workstation software. It looks like they are. It's a cover of the Data Body by Creation is Crucifixion, which the guitarist of Zayo was Scott Mellinger was a member at one point in time. This is a bit of a quote. I'm gonna kind of cliff note it. But yeah, initially we were accused by TuneCore of using generative AI. So here's a shot, and you can find it on major metal news outlets of the DAW and our dirty mid-fi patent pending tracking. You will notice not only do we not even quantize stuff or mute breaths, we also track drums and cymbals separately so we can do what needs to be done with the drums, but not edit. There are mistakes all over the place. Let's see. Everything aside from drums and vocals is through a Jelly Bean Line 6 pod. Commenting further, this is a case of probably a vinyl only release. That's fine with me. Since we have been using them very well, and as a digital distributor for over a decade, blindsided by this, and we can't get a person to explain why we were accused of using generative AIs. So yeah, it's just it's an AI chatbot saying, this is wrong. And this is the fucking problem that we have with AI. Like you're trusting a robot to listen to see if this is a robot. And maybe these guys are just that good. You know what I mean? Or that
Yeah.
bad because they keep saying that we did this so badly and they're like, oh my
Yeah, right.
God. Like here's the thing. The whole thing I got out of it is they were, their explanation is like, if this were AI, this would be the absolute worst AI bot out there tracking our
Right.
music. Like there's no way in hell this is fucking AI. But yeah, that's the issue that we're running into with like Bandcamp and TuneCore and stuff. They don't it's their it seems like they're having an issue trying to flag what is AI and what isn't. And this is just this is live footage of the issue behind it. You know what I mean? Trying to trust AI,
Yeah.
which I hope Bandcamp isn't doing, but because they've been from the
Yeah,
forefront. We've
pretty
talked about this in the
yeah.
past, super against it. So I feel like they'd have a better time with Bandcamp, but
Yeah.
I haven't released music on Bandcamp, so I don't know exactly how they do it, but that just sucks.
I mean,
But yeah,
with
it's
the
looking like
level
yeah,
with the level of AI music being uploaded to streaming services nowadays, like I can't imagine realistically being able to take care of it without the use of AI.
yeah, I see your
And
point.
unfortunately, um clearly the AI is not fucking smart enough to figure it out. You would think,
Right,
I don't know. I mean, that's the problem is like it's hard because all these AI fucking artists are labeling their shit as current bands. So it's easy for probably the AI to be like, oh, Zayo hasn't put out an album in 10 years. This can't be them. And just fucking, but
exactly.
like, and I can see it like, listening to the music and then searching the internet databases for any riffs that sound similar and shit like that because AI music, Suno or whatever, is just they can't create new music. They're using ideas and
Exactly.
sounds from
Right,
existing music.
right,
So, like, I could see that. I could see how maybe, like, if Zayo ripped off too many fucking riffs from other bands, how that could happen.
right.
But, like, if
Yeah,
it's just a straight up cover song, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
exactly. Well, that's the thing. Maybe it's finding like I don't know. Maybe they just did really good about covering the song, probably in their own way. But I don't know. I haven't heard that song, so maybe I listened to it. I got a
Yeah.
little bit of Zayo experience. What the fuck was
Yeah.
it called? Creation is crucifixion. All right.
That's the band.
Oh, oh,
The song
the
is The
data
Data
body.
Body.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Data Body. Um,
I gotta.
well, while
Oh,
you
there we
do
go.
that,
Yeah,
fucking Zayo's putting out their new album Pillars on June 24th. So
yeah.
that's exciting.
Right. Which this one will be digital from what I'm reading. That'll be fine, but whatever else
Yeah.
they're trying to do besides that, um, is what's running into these issues. So hopefully they get that all figured out and we'll get the full album.
Yeah. Hopefully there's no
So
delays in the matter.
exactly. Right. So
Oh yeah. Well, fucking in other news, we got Los Angeles hardcore band Monk are back with a new 2-track release via Dynalone Records. The A-side single, No Gods, features guest vocals from Alexis on Fire frontman George Pettit. And the B-side is a cover of Blur's song 2 from
ooh,
1997.
hell yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I listened to both these tracks and I was mostly intrigued by the Blur cover, so I checked that
Right.
out and it's different.
Whoa.
Um
Yeah, I just put it on and that woohoo in the beginning is like It's a little
Yeah.
jarring, you know what I
Whoa.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
woohoo! Like,
Yeah.
calm down,
Woo
guys. Jesus
woo.
Christ. Right. God damn.
But yeah, it's
That's an
the more that
interesting
I
song to
listen
pick.
to it, the better I like it. At first,
Okay.
yeah, I was like the same as you. I was like, "Oh, that's how you took that?"
Yeah.
But it's good. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's stripped
It
down a
it's
little
super
bit.
tough, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's stripped down, it's tough. But it is good.
Hell yeah.
Um, the first track, No Gods, pretty
Mhm.
awesome too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these guys are like super like tribally and like just tough. They're like very stripped down. I dig it.
Hell yeah. Have you ever heard Monk before?
Uh-uh.
Me neither. And it looks like they've
No, this
got
is
quite a
new.
few releases. If it's this is everything. They go as far back as I don't think that's the same one.
No. What I'm seeing is it looks like maybe I think 2025.
Oh
We got
shit.
an
Okay.
album.
Well, there's the
It's hard to
Monk.
say.
Yeah. Okay, so the only
Yeah, it's good.
hardcore thing I got, yeah, Dark Side of
Yeah.
the Mind, yeah.
Yep.
Which is yeah, everything else is like there's some hip hop, there's some like R&B.
Yeah. A lot of crap. This is this is what's
Right.
bad about this is why I hate streaming services nowadays.
Yeah.
Everything nothing is categorically correct. Fucking kills me.
Categorically. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there we go.
Hell yeah. I'm here for you, man. Exactly. I agree. And I mean, that was one thing that pissed me off about Spotify is like just because of the fact that so these guys like all uppercase on their name, but if it's just tagged in letters, you know what I mean? Those albums I was finding from 2006, yeah, were like some R&B shit, and they were just the M was capitalized, but it's just a small little thing that you would think wouldn't be an issue, but here it is. That's
Yeah.
fine. Excuse me, at this point can tell what is this monk and what is not this monk. You know, there's a
Yeah.
very huge
Pretty
difference
easy to
between how
tell.
they're
Yeah.
doing their music. All right, let's go to the next thing. We got some unfortunate news from fellow metal news and honestly way more popular news sites than we are. Metal Injection and Metal Sucks have had nearly all of their full-time members cut because Sony owns them. Gee, who would have figured? Let's see. They scrapped full-time positions from the heavy metal advertising network Blast Beat Network. Um and I was reading through a lot of this. Like I had to find a couple different articles just to get the full story, but a little history. Metal Injection was launched in 2003 by Frank Godla and Rab Pasbani. And Metal Sucks was founded in 2006 by Matt Goldenberg and Ben Umanov. In 2022, Pasbani, Goldenberg, and Umanov all sold their respective interests in the aforementioned companies to The Orchard, a subsidiary of Sony Music Entertainment. And just recently, all full-time employees, except for one from both of those entities, have been let go. A source close to the matter has revealed to Lambgoat that Frank Godla, is now the sole person left to man the three properties with the assistance of one freelance writer per outlet. The swift removal of these of the employees under Blastbeat Network led some to speculate that they could eventually close that chapter as well. We've had no official word or statement from Sony or The Orchard, Metal Injection, Metal Sucks, or Blast Beat Network. So, first it was print media. Now it's literally just like blogs and news outlets, even online. Um,
Yep.
Maybe everyone's just getting their news from shit like this. Couple cool guys with a podcast, just kind of letting you know about things in the meantime. So you don't have to read it. You can just listen to us fucking talk and talk and talk. Uh, hey man, maybe this is our time to shine. Titans
Right.
are gone, all right?
Well,
We got some work ahead of us.
well, I'll tell you this much. Being somebody who, when they first started, I, loved both Metal Injection, Metal Sucks.
Right. Yeah.
And they have completely turned into a shell of themselves, which
Right.
obviously is a doing of being sold off. And their websites are fucking terrible. Nothing is up to date. It's all fucking
Right.
terrible. And now
Right.
that they've stripped down to just two people running both, it
Yeah.
guaranteed is going to be AI slop.
Exactly. If it isn't
It,
kind of already, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of, and it makes me sad because like I've never done any like actual news writing like professionally, but I always had an interest in it. Like I've always loved the writing process and trying to craft things that are legible and readable and interesting. I did a little bit of like journalism in high school. And I wish I would have pursued it a little bit more, you know. I was like it was a big dream of mine to just not necessarily be like a journalist, but just to go out, find a story, write something about it, and grip enough people to enjoy my writing. You know what I mean? I did some creative
yeah.
writing and stuff like that too. Um, wrote all my own speeches. I was a creative writing speech kind of guy. I wasn't just taking prose from books. I was making my own thing. The thing that got
Oh,
me
yeah.
fourth place out of like 8 people in middle school, high school speech was a speech I did about all the Nintendo characters after hours. So let that be
Nice.
a thing that really sets up my life. Um,
Oh, yeah.
but it's sad to see media like that going away. Like it takes because that's the thing. I've been, I like reading news articles. Like I like sitting there and yeah, a lot of it's on my phone. I don't pull out a newspaper, like in the 60s. But I still
Right.
like to thumb through and kind of read stuff. And I've been noticing that like in the last, I don't know, few years at least, um, a lot of articles that are getting put out there, like the amount of grammatical errors for one thing are insane. Um, poor just sentence writing, you know what I mean? That run on sentences,
Yep.
poor transitions, incorrect, use of words.
Yep.
There's no accountability. Can they not afford
Yep.
copy editors anymore? Jesus Christ, like that should be the first
Or
person you
just
fucking pay
like
besides a
if
regular editor, like a
if
proofreader,
there's
you know what I mean?
yeah, or if anything, if you're gonna use AI for anything, fucking spell and grammar check. Jesus.
You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. And
Yeah.
I've been noticing that fall of, that part of news. Um I don't watch news at all. I can tell you that much. A lot of that has been fucking compromised for 20 years, if not longer. And I feel like, news writing was at least a little pure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, now I'm sure they had editors all over, at least the US, you know what I mean, that were definitely controlling what stories go out, what don't, how you portrayed certain things. I get that. I'm sure it's been compromised too, but
Yeah.
everything's just under that for-profit model, and as long as the shareholders and, media owners get their fucking paycheck, they don't give a shit.
Yep.
And that's really sad to see. So, if you guys end up closing down, that sucks.
We're here to
I'm
step
sorry to
in.
hear that. Exactly. We got you guys, all right?
We'll
We can't
step
hire
in.
you, but we'll take over for you, all right? So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Take one for the team.
Exactly. And if I can say just
Well,
as a little aside, hold on real
yeah.
quick. Let me just
Yeah,
take the
yeah,
mic
yeah.
for just another moment. Um, everyone's pissed about this. This is video game related. I don't know if you saw anything about it, but Sony just announced that this is the shitty part about gaming. They've announced that because digital media is now such a huge thing, people don't buy physical copies really anymore. I try to, but um, yeah, they have a new thing where so when you purchase a digital game, they're going to give you a provisional license for the first 15 days of owning that game. After that 15 days, you have to connect to the internet to obtain your full ownership license of the game. Otherwise, you cannot play that game offline. They're going to prevent you from doing that. They're not taking the game away from you. They're just locking you out of it if you haven't gotten the full ownership license. A lot of people were pissed at first because it just kind of sounded like after a certain amount of time, like 30 days or something, you would have to
Yeah.
regularly connect to the internet to correlate that you bought the game, that it can check
Yeah.
whatever. So we were all thinking, oh, you just have to be always, connected to the internet. And there's people like in the military overseas you can't connect to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
Yep.
people in rural areas that don't have good internet connection, so they rely on that physical media. Or if they purchased
Yep.
it and they had a hotspot or whatever, you know what I mean? I've always been a big supporter of like just offline gaming in general, like not having an online account. I have a Sony account for my PlayStation, I have a Steam account, but that's the cool thing about Steam is as soon as you purchase that game, whether you download it one time and then no longer have internet, um, you can play that game offline. You'll have the file downloaded. You can completely play that game. There's no checks. There's no license,
Yeah.
anything. Like as soon as you have it, as soon as you download it, it's yours to fucking play. That's also why I'm a big guy about emulation, because a lot of these companies are selling you games, old school nostalgic, hits, whatever, GameCube, PlayStation, all that. And if
Yep.
you don't either buy their streaming service for extra money, or they just don't release it, that
Yep.
sucks. Or you need internet to play there on the Switch. You need to have the Nintendo Switch online and constant,
Yep.
because you can't play those games offline. That sucks.
Yep.
So
That does
emulate.
suck.
Mateys, do it as much as you can. Just fuck those
Yeah.
fucking shareholders.
I've pretty much
Rant
just come to
over.
terms with the fact that I will probably not be buying new game systems anymore. Um,
Yeah,
I'll eventually buy a Switch 2 because my son likes it, but
right.
for myself,
Yeah,
I have all of the old systems that I could ever want. I don't care.
right. Exactly.
Yep.
Amen to that, brother. All right, now we can move on. My
But
rant's over.
rolling along, in a mild but rare win for Spotify, they have announced a new verified by Spotify badge for artist profiles, aimed at signaling authenticity and trust in an era where AI generated music and impersonation are becoming harder to spot. The
Yep.
badge will appear on verified artist profiles in the search results as verified by Spotify with a green check
Sick.
mark. Spotify said verification will roll out in the next coming weeks and will be reviewed on an ongoing basis. Per Spotify, eligibility factors include sustained listener activity over time, good standing with platform policies, and signals of real artist presence on and off Spotify, such as tour dates, merchandise, linked social medias. At the launch, profiles will primarily represent AI generated or AI persona artists will not be eligible. In addition, Spotify are testing a new artist details section across profiles separate from the verification, highlighting things like milestones, recent activity, touring activity, and so on and so forth. So, while I'm still not going to switch back to Spotify, I think that this is
Yeah, right.
great for them to put up a nice front that they're against AI while funneling money into AI weaponry for the military.
Exactly. Right. Way to go, guys.
Yeah.
I will not be convinced, but that's
Yeah.
cool, I guess. Way to go, Spotify. All right, let's see. We've got news that thy art is murder. Maybe this should have been drama.
Maybe.
But that's fine. Yeah. But that thy art is murder. A big favorite of mine. I love those guys. Have dropped off the 2026 Chaos and Carnage tour. The band were unable to continue with the trek due to drummer Jesse Baylor requiring emergency surgery for appendicitis. That sucks. I've never had appendicitis. Do you still have your appendix?
I do. I
Okay.
actually, that is a fear of mine because
Bro,
I've
I think
heard
about
that
that
it
all the time.
is terrible.
Exactly. And here's the thing, like if you're good with pain and shit like that and you're just like, "Oh, this my fucking lower like back or whatever hurts or something, like something inside, maybe it's just brutal." If you're good with pain, you could just fucking ignore it
And
even as
die.
bad as it is. Well, and eventually die because you'll have sepsis and fucking a
Yep.
rotting piece of organ in your body, and you'll just be like, "Oh, I should have got this taken care of." But I do hear the same
Yep.
thing. It's one of the most painful fucking things you could ever deal with. Pretty much everyone I know, it's just like with wisdom teeth. You know what I mean? Everyone kind of goes to the dentist and they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna pull those out before they're
Yep.
a problem." I have not, so I'm fucked on all fronts. There's gonna be a day where
I
my
am
whole body just fucking fails on me.
I am thankful I don't have to have it done. I have had teeth removed
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
gave them
to
room
allow
to
them to
come in.
fucking nice, that's sick.
Yep.
I love that for you, dude. Because
Yeah.
I mean, if
Well,
I had a couple of yeah, I'm sure I'm kind of in the
bad.
same boat. I got a couple teeth back there
Yeah.
that I could definitely get pulled, and that would help those out, but I definitely need at least one wisdom tooth pulled, I know. Um,
Yeah.
but that sucks for you, Jesse. I'm sorry it took so long for your appendix to burst. It had to happen
Yeah.
someday, and I'm going to knock on wood, uh, in several ways, so I don't have to deal with that soon because I don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
Let's
Me
see.
neither.
Body Snatcher has taken over for the remainder of the tour, so that's cool. For the people who bought tickets, you got somebody solid to
A
take
heavy
over,
hitter.
but exactly.
Fucking heavy
It
hitter.
sucks that Thy Art is Murder is not able to continue that. So hopefully they had an upfront payment. 'Cause
Yeah.
that would have sucked if they didn't, because that's a lot of money lost.
Yeah. Um. Well, move it to keep things moving. CKY, unfortunately, have had to postpone their May US tour, including their upcoming Sonic Temple appearance due to Jess Margira suffering
Dang.
a rotator cuff injury. That sucks.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit of a blessing in disguise because we were talking about going to the show and ended up not being able to.
Right.
So maybe when it's rescheduled, maybe we will get to.
I do check it
That
out.
would be cool.
Exactly. When was that show? See. See if they still have it
It's
up.
got to be coming up soon
Oh, literally
because
in 5 days. It's marked
oh
for
yeah,
May 9th at the Pyramid Scheme. So this
mm,
Saturday.
dang. Well, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to go anyway.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
but yeah, they put out a little, not a little, but a long note. I'm not going to read it, but they basically said that they're going to reschedule these dates for later in the year, and that their July tour is still on for now, with additional dates added. So that's pretty cool. Um, Jess Margira himself also put out a little note for everybody and basically just talks about how it sucks that he hurt himself and that it sucks. And he's got a 4 or 5 week recovery time. So that should put him back in line for
Yeah.
July if everything goes well. So that's good. But definitely sucks for people who had tickets for the May tour. Um, it's never ideal to have to try and plan out a rescheduled date, but hopefully Jess gets better soon.
Oh, I was looking up. I was trying to think because we've definitely talked about CKY outside of this tour and everything, and it was when Mike had quit.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
band
Oh, okay.
drama for you.
I was thinking for whatever reason I was thinking like they had already talked about this, like some sort of injury, but it might have been somebody else who was
Yeah.
postponing. Like, 'cause I think it was Was it Weinberg? Yeah, he was talking about how he had like some
Yeah.
injury with Slipknot, and
Yep.
he's like, "Hey, surgery
I want to get
outside of touring," and
surgery.
they're like,
Yeah.
"We're
No.
done." Like
You're
that
fired.
sucked. Exactly. So that's unfortunate, but at least Jess is taking the time to like get it taken care of. I'm gonna say as soon as possible, but probably not because he's a little bit older and he's probably postponing that, pushing it off as much as possible. And he's like, "Oh, my shoulder's fucked. Like I gotta go." So yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But at least he's taking the time to fucking figure it out and everything. So,
Right.
yeah, peace and love to you as well, Jess. Hope to see you soon when you reschedule. Because we need to go to the pyramid scheme. So go back there, please. I've been
You
meaning
do.
to. Alrighty. This is, I guess, the biggest fucking elephant in the room. Next up, we've got some news about former guitarist of Turnstile, Brady Fuckbert. You know what I'm saying? Brady Ebert. He is now facing a potential life sentence. Huge, but I think kind of fair.
Yeah.
Following an upgraded charge of attempted first-degree murder. He was arrested in late March after allegedly intentionally driving his car into Brandon Yates' dad, William Yates. The elder Yates was subsequently hospitalized with serious injuries, but he did make a good recovery. It sounded like he got out of surgery nicely and was able to record a video for everybody at the Coachella festival where he introduced his son's band via a video message. That's super adorable. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's see. According to the Baltimore Banner, Montgomery County grand jury indicted Ebert on April 30th on the new charge. He had only been facing an attempted second-degree murder rap, among other charges. He will remain in custody at the Montgomery County Correction Facility and is due in court next on May 8th, so very soon for a scheduled hearing. Now, if only we could get some of our politicians who are in fucking court and have court dates and stuff to be taking care of this fucking quickly.
Yeah.
But that's not the world we live in, unfortunately. But I'm glad he's getting okay. I'm not glad. Like, I don't wish badness, negativity on anybody, but I do definitely believe in karma,
Yeah.
and I am happy to see karma enacting itself on somebody. Now, hopefully, this is
Yeah.
enough for him to clean up his act, especially being
Yeah.
in fucking prison. That should be enough because, hey, you're not doing drugs there. If that were the case, I don't know the guy personally,
You
so
can do drugs there, but
oh, there's ways for sure.
hopefully, yeah.
But
Hopefully
yeah,
he's not.
hopefully he learns his lesson.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like, I'll say this, not in a positive way, but it sounds like he's a move kind of guy. Like, leaving Turnstile took a couple years, but is able to help form the SET. After he left the SET, he had that other band. I don't
Like
remember their
right
name.
away.
But
Who
yeah, exactly.
cares?
Like boom, and they were working on shit. So like if he could just channel that energy not into drugs, but into music making
Yeah.
only, dog, you
Right.
would be a titan in the industry. But you
Right.
fucked around, you're finding out. Hopefully you
Yep.
clean up your act. That's all I have to say. So
Agreed. Nope. You took the words out of my mouth. Fuck around and
yeah,
find out. Um,
exactly.
sometimes going to prison for quite a while is what it takes for these people like this
Yeah,
to
a little
fucking
toss in the
clean up their shit.
salad, you motherfucker. I always love
Well,
making that joke.
let's see. Fucking the band King Ultra Mega, who I am not familiar with, have released a new tribute cover of Chris Cornell's Dead Wishes from 2015. This project enlists Mastodon drummer and vocalist Brand Daler on
Nice.
vocals for the rendition. and which is why I added on this list.
I
But yeah, there's
I
a bunch of
appreciate
other
you for that.
people.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a bunch of other people on this song as well. I'm not familiar with any of them. But this band is has arranged this song in an orchestral way. And there's a music video for it on YouTube. It is an interesting cover. I wasn't familiar with the Chris Cornell song to begin with, so I didn't really know what to expect. But this is not really my thing. Brand does a great job, but it is very interesting.
Yeah, I'm listening to the song right now. And yeah, it's a solid enough orchestral track. But I want to find
Yeah,
the video and see what's up with that. I
yeah. I want to say that I watched it, but I don't really remember, to be honest with you.
Okay. Vocals. Yeah, I'll probably have to find it on actual YouTube outside of
YouTube, the music side.
search it up. Yeah. Let's see, Dead Wishes. That's cool that Brand's a part of that, and he's kind of branching out. I mean, I feel like he was always the like, not to say the most musically inclined. They're all kind of musically inclined, but it's nice to see him outside of, you know, just
The metal world.
Mastodon. And dude, I want to see. I I want more Mastodon. God damn it! Like this is fucking
Yeah,
sucks.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Yeah, right.
I've like I've said in the past, like rest in power, Brent Hines, but towards the end
Right.
of Mastodon's career, he was kind of my least favorite part of the band at a point. They like evolved from the heavy, thrashy, growly band into a more proggy band, and
Right.
he did fine, but I don't know. His like country influences kind of like started coming out. That wasn't my thing.
Exactly. I will say their last album was really good, and I feel like that was Brand's like his kind of middle ground, because I know in interviews he'd always talked about how he hated being in a metal band. Like he wanted to do more folky, country, that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Which is cool. You're allowed that. But I feel like he did enough like with his guitar work to kind of allow that. Like that was the cool thing about Mastodon is they had that like southern kind of like country-ish metal kind of feel. Like, not
Yeah.
completely. Like I wouldn't put them in as country metal, but you could tell with his like his finger
Well,
picking and like his guitar playing, like
yeah.
it was obviously influenced by the
It
banjo
had
playing
a
he had done beforehand.
yeah. It's some
Like,
Appalachian, like Louisianan kind of shit. Fucking
you know what I mean?
in the
Right.
bayou, fucking hanging out with a fucking pipe in their
Exactly.
mouth, fucking picking
And it
away.
was cool. Right, yeah. Where's can you tell me where town is? Uh Back the way you came, boy. It's exactly right. But no, I even noticed it because I'd seen in those years leading up to it, like I'd seen Mastodon live, and the last time I got to see them was on their Leviathan tour at Louder Than Life. And first couple songs, they played through, and then when they got to what was it Hearts Alive? Let's see. No, that's Iron Tusk. Feel like it was Megalodon. Yeah, when they got to Megalodon, like Brent was having some issues with his guitar and maybe his monitor or something. Maybe his IEM, but you could tell like as they're trying to like kind of play through it, like they had to stop for a second, kind of in the intro, and you could see Brent just like pointing at the sound guy, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, what are we paying you for? Like, what's going, shit like that. And it's just like, it didn't sound bad. But then again, I'm not a music engineer. I don't know exactly what goes on behind the scenes. I've never played like that live. So I
Yeah.
don't know, but it just seemed like, and a lot of people were putting up on, Reddit and whatever, like noticing that out of Brent a lot. So I'm not trying to shit on his legacy or anything, but I could tell he was done
Yeah.
with it. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah. It's
before
fed up.
he quit. So
Right. Right.
um, but yeah, this I did end up watching the video a little bit to this song. The Chris Cornell cover Dead Wishes. And it's just a lyric video, so they got some like cool, like
Uh,
looking watercolor ish paintings that like kind of swoop in, and it's all like fucking airy
I
and
think that
mystical
makes
and
sense
shit.
why I don't remember the video.
Exactly. It really wasn't anything to write home about. So,
Yeah.
that's cool enough. I also don't know anyone else. Angel Vivaldi. Who the fuck? What other Vivaldi is there? Um,
I have no idea.
I don't know. Getting Vivaldi browser. Anyways, I'm gonna move us along because we're actually making great time, but we have a lot of fucking tours to talk about today,
Yeah, we
so
do.
I want to get to it. Let's see. My last point under artist news, we got a live in studio re-recording of a Static Lullabies 2003 debut, and Don't Forget to Breathe. This re-recording is titled And Don't Forget to Breathe Live. It is set to release on May 15th via Smart Punk Records. I'm glad you enjoyed that as much as I did. The California post-hardcore band tracked the album live at Straight Jacket Studios in Fullerton, California, performing the record in full as a part of their anniversary celebration. Uh, just as a quick little aside, fuck, man, all these anniversaries and shit. We're getting so many like 20-year anniversaries on shit that I remember
We're
like
old,
the
dude.
first time. We're getting fucking old,
Yeah.
dude. AFI just dropped December Underground 20th anniversary on vinyl for the first time since 2006. So, fuck. Let's see. On Friday, last Friday, May 1st, the band shared the oh fuck, I just lost my point. Share the first preview of the recording with a live performance music video for The Shooting Star That Destroyed Us live. They shared the following, celebrating 25 years as a band. We wanted to go back to the songs that started it all. After playing a few full album shows, we realized we wanted to share that experience with everyone. If we couldn't make it to your city to play it for you live, we could at least bring it into your living room and let you share that moment with us. So we filmed it and recorded it live in the studio. It has been a while since we were fully active as a band, and we wanted to reintroduce ourselves to our fans and community through the familiar sound of an album that helped shape a post-hardcore emo scene that has now become very much mainstream. This live album is nostalgic for us, but it also feels new. We're grown ass men playing songs we wrote when we were 18, and somehow they still feel fresh and just as relevant today. This isn't a remember us, it's a we're back, and we're genuinely excited to share what's coming next. Me too,
That was
guys.
beautiful.
Yeah, that really was.
The way you did
I
it
need
was beautiful.
oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
That was great.
Um, Yeah, I try my best. You know what I mean?
Did you ever
Yeah,
listen to
it's
these guys back in the day?
I did a little bit. They weren't like a heavy rotator for me, but
Yeah.
definitely that post-hardcore like Silverstein, I was listening to
Yep.
fucking Shipwrecks in the Sand.
Yep.
Um fuck that previous Discovering the Waterfront,
Yep.
Taking Back Sunday, like they were in that group, you know what I mean? And when I finally got
Yep.
to like Last FM and stuff, and I'm looking for similar tracks, these guys definitely showed up. Now it's been a while since I've sat down and like listened to them, but
Yeah.
they're definitely back there in my nostalgia filing cabinets in the back of my fucking brain, and that's
Right.
cool that they're doing this. So
Yeah.
I'll have to sit down and watch that fucking video.
This track, "The Shooting Star That Destroyed Us," that was my favorite
Mm.
track by them.
Hell yeah.
They were in that boat for me, like Alexis on Fire a little bit, where like they were kind of there, but like pushed off to the
Right.
side. Like I had a
Exactly.
handful of tracks from both of the bands that I would listen to. This was my favorite from this band, and
Hell yeah.
they sound better than they ever have. I
Nice.
mean, they're adults. They have adult money for good equipment, and
Right.
they are practiced and professional. They know how to play their shit now.
Right.
So it makes sense, but this sounds fucking great.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna pop that video on while we're talking about some of these other things. So
Yeah.
it's exciting. I love
Well,
that. And I
to
love that they've been able
yeah,
to, yeah, you know what I mean? Like continue doing what they're doing. And I'm gonna have to judge it in a little bit, but I'm excited to see. That's the thing. So just going back to another band, when I went and saw Hawthorne Heights at that Chiodo show, um,
yeah,
they sounded, he sounded almost exactly the same. He's a little bit older, his voice is a little bit deeper, different, you know what I mean? Doesn't have the same vocal register as before. Um,
right.
but hearing it live 20 some odd years later, and even then, just hearing the crowd singing the same song, you can that's what I love about live music. It was the same deal with Fat Lip, who's that? Sum 41.
Some 41.
When I
Yeah,
Yeah, when I saw Sum 41, like to see a band like that who has been touted as, kind of anti-establishment, punk, hardcore, post-hardcore, emo, these aren't bands that everybody listens to on the radio, on a rock radio, yeah, on the niche radios. But to see the amount of people still excited for these songs 20 years later, 25 years later, hell, sometimes 30 years later. Just to feel that
yeah,
energy was so fucking cool to me. And I'm happy to see that these guys were able to get at least a little bit of that, comeuppance as well, without having
yeah.
to like quit or do a final tour. Cause that was kind of the thing about Sum 41. Like they're done touring. Like they're not, I don't
Right.
think they're doing anything anymore. They're done. So,
Yeah,
um, I'm glad that these guys aren't done yet, but they want to have hey guys, we're still doing the same shit. Like we're back. That's so
yeah,
cool. That's all I had to say.
yeah. I agree. Well, to finish off the artist news for the day, we got some pretty good news, and I'm happy that we're talking about this because we talked about being sad that we missed this on our sick week. And that
Yeah.
is that At the Gates have landed their first ever number one album in Sweden with their release of The Ghost of a Future Dead, which is that's fun. I'm so happy for them. I wish Thomas was alive to witness that. I'm sure he would have been
Right.
super proud. But
Oh yeah.
um, I'm happy for the band. Um, the uh, the release topped the country's main album chart and stands as the band's final studio album with Thomas Lindbergh, who demoed his parts prior to undergoing treatment for his battle with adenoid cystic carcinoma. Um, Lindbergh passed in September of last year, with the remaining members completing the record in line with his wishes. The band shared the following via their social media. The Swedish chart results are in. The Ghost of Future Dead has reached number one on the album, physical, vinyl, and hard rock charts. Thank you.
That's
That's fucking,
fucking sick. So are those all
yeah.
separate charts or are they just kind of combining it into one? That's what I need to
No, those
fucking
are separate charts, dude.
That's sick, dude. Um
Yeah,
yeah, especially so yeah, album, physical, vinyl. That's insane to hit all four of those all at
yeah,
once, dude. Like they definitely
yeah,
deserve it. I mean, they pretty much them in flames. I know there's a third band around that time. Meshuggah, probably. Well, Meshuggah's a little
yeah,
different, but not really.
yeah,
But yeah, it was these bands that shaped metalcore kind of into what it is today. You know what I mean? There's some differences over time in the evolution of, especially with a lot of the
Yeah.
US artists that we've had releasing metalcore music. Um,
Right.
but yeah, these guys fucking have been holding it down for the longest time. And I love that they got something to celebrate. You know what I mean? They have,
Yeah.
but now it's physically there for them to see and hold on to and fucking that's so cool. So I've unfortunately not listened to this album all the way through yet, and I'm disappointed in myself for not giving them the time that I should. But the fact that they're here now, um, that's enough cause to celebrate. That's super cool. So, like you said, rest
Yeah.
in fucking power, Tompa. We love you. We love the music you've given us. Thank you so much. It's sad to see you go, but we're here to keep your legacy alive. So, congratulations, guys, from the Riff Report for sure.
Oh yeah.
Sick. All right. Now to move on from a somber but celebratory topic, we're gonna get into our tour announcements. Whoa, I've been doing a lot of leading on some of these. Makes me feel cool, dude. Let's see. We got a tour announcement a day after unveiling their forthcoming new album. And sharing some new music with us. Loathe have announced a 3-week North American tour that will commence in September and feature support from Fleshwater and Prostitute, one of the oldest jobs known to man and woman. And I was telling somebody about that. I was like, "Hey, there's three of the oldest things: cooking, drinking, drink making, and fucking, dude. Those are the three oldest professions.
Yep.
I'm guaranteed a job wherever I go. I'll let you decide which one it is." Um, let's see. Lowe's new album, A Stranger to You, will be released on July 17th via Sharp Tone Records. Y'all, they're starting in the great murder mitten of the US, Michigan, dude. We're kicking off in Royal Oak, Michigan. Yes. Um, at the Royal Oak Music Theater. I've been seeing quite a few bands. It's about where no, other side.
Royal
Oh,
Oak?
Royal Oak's over there. Yeah. Royal Oak's over there.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were telling everybody where we're at. And I was like, no, it's the other
No.
side, dog.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
over
Royal Oak's
here.
over. Exactly. Yeah, Royal Oak's over there. Yeah. Um, yeah, so starting off there. And like I was saying, I've been seeing quite a few bands playing out there. Wasn't Poison the Well and Converge recently there?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think
I keep getting
that
ads
is
for
like
well, it's done now, but
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of the
That's the main venue in Royal Oak. So
right. Well, and they got rid of the Palace, which I feel like was more of the go-to spot in Auburn Hills. That closed
yeah,
down some years ago. So,
right.
yeah, now everyone's going to Royal Oak. So that's cool. I wish it wasn't 3.5 hours away. Let's see. They're going to be in Canada, moving on to Massachusetts, and then kind of filtering their way around to end off in San Francisco at the Masonic. So if you're anywhere, just go online, check it out. Because I'm not listing every fucking place that they're gonna be at, but it seems
Yep.
some bigger fucking venues. So check them out. I love Loathe. They're awesome. Give them some
Me
money,
too.
please.
Hi.
'Cause I
I
can't.
would love to see them too. That's later in the
Right.
year, so maybe we'll see.
Right.
Um all right, the next tour we got for you is by extreme metal bands Sanguis
Extreme.
Sugabug and Dying Fetus. They will be spending a significant portion of the autumn season touring North America together. Direct support will be provided by Crowbar, which is dope, and Left to Suffer, in addition to Deterioration on all of US dates. They're starting off in Philadelphia and making their way around the East Coast until they get to Pontiac, Michigan, at the Crowfoot Ballroom, which I'm not
Uh,
familiar with.
I've
So
heard
that's
good things. I've seen a lot of like post-hardcore metalcore guys being out there. So, and
Oh, nice.
Pontiac is about where we got like Chiodos and Black Dahlia. So they're East Siders. So that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Seems like there's
Yep.
history at that venue specifically. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah. But yeah, then 2 days later we get them at the House of Blues in Chicago, which I haven't been to in a while. So maybe this is the way to get me there.
Hell yeah. I've never
Um,
been there.
oh, it's a pretty cool venue. I mean, pretty corporate. It's a House of Blues.
Exactly.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
But the setup's pretty nice. It's relatively small, and they got like platformed areas with like high tables next to the
Yeah.
bar and shit. So
Okay.
you can post up
Nice.
at a little table and watch a show.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then yeah, they're just going all over the fucking place the rest of the tour.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's in Albuquerque, Minnesota, or is that New Mexico?
What's that?
Down on
Oh,
1013.
no,
Yeah.
that's
You
definitely a
got it.
typo from wherever I copied this from.
Okay, hell yeah. No, because I was like, whoa, that's weird. They're going to Minneapolis in the end of fucking September and then bouncing their way up from Arizona in mid-October. Yeah, New Mexico. All right. Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, ended up in the wrong one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's so funny. I gotta say, as another funny little aside, I don't think I made the I don't think I meet the weight requirements for this show, dude. Crowbar's gonna be there. I got like 100 pounds to gain before I can even show up at this show.
Dude,
So that's
honestly,
unfortunate.
between all of them, the whole fucking
Yeah,
lineup.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way, dude. I'm gonna walk in there and get my
That's
ass beat. All right, you got
yeah, that's
your hair's too blonde. Get
throwdown.
out of here. Right. You paint your
No,
nails. Get out of here.
this is a show where I think it's acceptable to be a bitch and sit up at the bar tables and watch.
Oh yeah, because I'm not lasting in that fucking pit. That's for sure. I'm getting Thanos snapped in that pit. That's for sure.
I've been in a
Jesus.
sanguisuga bug pit. It is no joke.
I don't think I joined the pit at that time. If we're
I
talking
went in
about the
there for a
Radius show,
second. Yeah.
yeah,
I went in there
right.
for a second and I was
Uh,
like, nope.
yeah. I'm trying to think of when I ended up joining in the pit. Was it Sanguisugabog opened? Who's
Yeah.
after that? Was it Kubla
Well,
Khan right after that? I feel like it was Kubla Khan right after that, and then it was
did you see Kubla
Whitechapel.
Khan? Yeah, you
Yeah,
did. Yeah,
yeah.
Kubla
It was when
Khan,
we were at the Radius. Yeah,
Whitechapel, and then Lorna
yeah,
Shore.
exactly. So I joined. I think I did a Kubla Khan. I definitely did a couple Kubla Khan songs, which was also fucking insane for me to do. But I think
Yeah.
I'd had enough shit talking by Jay. It was like, fine, I'll get
Yeah.
the fuck in there. Like, whatever, dude. All right.
He was mad at
And
me,
yeah,
but
that was
fuck him.
also no fucking joke. Well, yeah, I heard your fucking the text he sent, and he was like, "Oh, fucking all right." When Theory of Mind shows up, I'll get in there. And
Yeah.
yeah, I did about one rotation. Was like, I'm not gonna last in here. I'm gonna get fucked up. Like, I cannot do this. I didn't lock eyes with him, but I was on one side of the pit, and I saw Jay on the other side, and I was like, we're gonna have an HR conversation after this if I stay in this fucking pit.
Yeah.
So I kind of two-step my
Yeah.
way out of there. That's for sure. Alrighty. Next tour announcement we got for y'all. Alternative rock emo act, Taking Back Sunday. I took this one for the same reason as I took some of the other things, because I love talking about them. They will be hitting the road this autumn for a 5-week US tour featuring Thrice, great supporting act, and Saves
Yep.
the Day. I don't know who they are. I probably listen to them.
They're awesome.
Let's see.
Tyler.
Dude, hold on. I might know who they are, honestly. Um, let's find a very popular song. None of these album
Um,
arts.
the album
Yeah, I
Stay What You Are at Your Funeral, the first track. Listen to it. Stay What You Are. It's
Oh, there we
old.
go. Okay. It'll load.
These guys kick ass. If it'll
There
load.
we go.
Yeah, and then it's got a
Yeah.
slow it's got a slow build up. You can switch to like 40 seconds.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Yeah. Happy. Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, right.
Get to
Sick.
stepping.
Okay, yeah, I don't know this song, but I love this song. This is cool. Let's see, they're gonna be starting off in Nashville, at the Pinnacle, mid-September. Once again, working their way through the East Coast. I'm starting to see some trends. They will be in Grand Rapids on September 30th, near us at GLC Live. I will not be making that show because I bet you anything tickets are gonna be like $100 or something. That is dog shit.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah. Now, we did just get some good news. Not just, but we had some good news recently about this whole Ticketmaster Live Nation thing. And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
GLC Live goes through either one of those, probably Ticketmaster. Um, so hopefully ticket prices will be a little more contained because the last time I tried to set up a show at GLC Live was that North Lane show with Dayseeker, where the first day I checked out tickets on like a Wednesday, they were close to $100. 2 days later, when I got paid, they were like $145. That sucked. So hopefully they got that shit roped in by then, and I can consider this. Trying to figure out because I've been wanting to see Taking Back Sunday for fucking ever, dude. It makes me so sad I have not been able to catch them. But I'm moving on to my calendar. November 30th. It is a Wednesday, so I might be able to squeeze it. It's right after a payday. It's the week
That's not
after, so
November.
that might be manageable. September?
You
Did I
said
say November?
November. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
September. I'm physically looking at September on my phone,
Okay.
and I'm
Good.
just an idiot. I've had several shots of rum in this fucking Star Wars cup. So forgive me. Let's see. Moving through. Love to see the rave in here several times. Moving out westerly to end up in Las Vegas on my birthday. Maybe I go to Las Vegas for my birthday. I won't.
That'd be
I don't have that
dope.
kind of money. Yeah, it would be dope. Because I've never been. Honestly, I haven't been any farther west than the Dakotas, so my life is sad. I've been stuck up here in the Midwest, and I want to change that. So I am trying to see my
Yeah.
parents in Arizona though. When it's colder, so I
Yeah.
don't see all those spiders. Yeah,
And you
Or
take
oh
advantage
fuck,
of the weather change.
that's what I'm saying exactly. Maybe all the scorpions will be asleep and then or like cold hibernating,
Yeah.
and I could just snag them all up and just bring them back, and I can
Yeah.
start throwing them in some bottles. You know.
Yeah, dude. Cryogenically freeze them.
Exactly. Science. Hell yeah.
Well,
that'll be
we
exciting if I
got
can afford that.
a
Uh-huh.
yeah, right. We got a tour announcement from Death Lens, who just put out their recent
Ooh.
album What's Left Now, we talked about last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, they announced their fall North American headlining tour in support of the album. Looks like they're starting off in San Francisco and making their way through the Northwest until they get to Chicago, September 5th at the Cobra Lounge. And then they're going to be going to Clinton Township, Michigan, which I'm not familiar with. Don't know where that is, but it's in Michigan, so it can't be that far. I mean, can be far enough, but
By Mount Clemens, it is right fucking here.
oh, okay.
So a little bit
It always is.
farther east.
It always
than-
is. It's always Detroit
Exactly.
area.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Oh, it's like a it's a northeast suburb right by Lake St. Clair.
Yeah. Checks out. It's always a
Right.
suburb of Detroit.
Exactly.
But yeah, then they go up to Canada for a couple dates, make their way back down the East Coast, and down into the South and back to California to finish it off. And this is a mess to read, but there is a variety of supporting acts throughout the whole tour. Some are on some dates, some are on other dates. Handful of them are on sharing dates. Just depends. But we got a bunch of bands that I've never heard of, so I'm gonna have to go check them out. We got Heart to Gold, Destiny Bond, Pat and the Pissers, which I love that name.
Yeah.
The High Curbs, Sad Park, and Grave Secrets. So
I just popped on Destiny Bond because they're the band attached to the Chicago and the Clinton Township date. You'll
yeah.
love them. For one thing, the
Oh
art's super
yeah?
cool. It's like kind of old school heavy metal comic art. And when I say heavy metal, I'm talking about the fucking magazine and the movie. I'm not talking about the actual
Yeah.
heavy metal.
Oh
It's kind of
yeah.
sick. Yeah, check them out. I'm listening to the song "Peace as a Punchline." So
Yep. I just put that song on and
yeah,
I'm looking at the artwork. It's
you're
fucking
already
sick.
sold. Yeah.
Yep.
I love that. So hey, let's keep an eye out on that. I just subscribed to them, so hopefully they get some new releases out and we can talk about them more. I
Oh
am going
yeah.
to take over from you. We've got the third leg of the Holy Visions tour from AFI, and oh my god, I'm so excited about this because they are finally super close. The last time I could have checked these guys out was at their Chicago date, I think on the first leg of the tour, but it was on a day that I couldn't go to. So I've been really sad for months. But this news brightened my day. I sent it to Ryan like 2 hours before we started fucking recording because that's when they announced it. But AFI is going on tour for the third leg of Holy Visions. With the band Choir Boy. I'm pretty sure they've been touring with them the whole fucking time. We are starting off in Mexico City. At what the fuck does that say? I don't know. It's super tiny on my screen. But they're gonna be at the rave on 10/16, October 16th, and in Grand Rapids at the intersection. This couldn't have happened any more perfect if I fucking begged them.
Hallelujah.
On the 20th, 2 days after my birthday. So hey, it looks like I'm keeping this yearly tradition alive where I get to see a show pretty damn close to my birthday. And even fucking better, Ryan, the 20th is on a Tuesday. I don't even have to request off. I don't have to find any coverage. I'm just heading to that fucking show. So,
Hell
ah,
yeah.
fuck yeah, dude. I get to let my goth guy out. I'm so excited. So check them out. And these the weird thing. It's not really weird, but each leg of these tours has been like super fucking tiny. They've only had like maybe 10 dates attached to each one. Take a little break, move on to the next one. Take a little break, move on to the next one. They'll probably be done after this touring
yeah.
on this album, which is fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I finally get a chance to see these guys live and especially to
Yeah.
see this album played because I'm in love with it. It's so good.
Y-
I know you're
I can
not
already I can already picture you standing in the corner with your drink, just like I'm so I'm so dark and mysterious.
so dark and twisted.
Dark and
All day I
twisted.
think about death. Yeah, it's gonna be great, dude. I'm gonna bring my twirling cape. It's gonna be awesome, bro.
yeah. Hell
And
yeah,
I told my
dude.
brother about it, and he's excited. So I might be able to get him up for not necessarily a weekend, but he was
Yeah.
asking me because
A little bit.
he was asking if we were gonna travel this year for it, and I've done that in the past. Like, we drove down to Tennessee to see Fit for a King and Devil Wears Prada for a birthday weekend bash. But I can't
Yeah.
afford that this year. I'm just gonna drive up an hour to the intersection. It's gonna be great. So
Hell yeah.
very exciting.
Hey, I love that for you.
Thanks, man. Oh,
Yeah.
gotta take
Drink.
one.
I'm all out of beer, so liquid death it is.
Whoa, there you go. Hell yeah.
Our last tour announcement is a pretty cool one. The
Oh
Fall of
yeah.
Troy have decided that they're going to be heading out on the road for a headlining tour this spring. With Dance Gavin Dance, hell yeah.
Okay.
Wolf and Bear and Novelists They're going to be doing a handful of Texas dates, and then they're moving uh, up to Chicago on the 15th of May at the
Ooh,
Riviera
yeah,
at
it's a
the
good venue.
Riv.
The
Yep.
Riv, brother.
Uh,
Maybe go around the
the
corner, get a
next,
cocktail at the Green Mill. Sorry.
yeah, hell yeah. No, I like the way you're repping. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and then the next day they're going to be in Grand Rapids at GLC Live, which is also pretty decent venue.
Yep.
And then they're going to be going to Louisville, Kentucky for a day, and then the Fall of Troy are going to be playing in Illinois at Pops Nightclub. In how do you pronounce that, Tyler?
Sauget?
What town? Sauget?
Sauget, dude.
Dude. I forgot the reason why we added this on here.
I'm wrong. Sauget.
Sauget. I knew it was some sort of like
Yeah.
weird, stupid French name or something.
Right.
The reason I added this on here is they already had the tour booked, but the Fall of Troy have added quite a few Fall of Troy only shows on off days. So that's that Louisville and Sauget date. They're also hitting Cleveland, Millersville, Pennsylvania, Asheville, North Carolina, Jacksonville, Florida, and I think that's it on their own. With the rest of the bands being on the other dates. Looks like we got for the first half of the tour, we got Horse the Band, which is or no Horse the Band, sorry. So you're only getting them towards the end. And you get Novelists the whole entire time, I think. So either way, that's a fucking solid lineup. I don't know. It's really soon, so I probably can't go.
Right. I will say real quick, have you heard of Wolf and Bear?
No.
I think they're a little bit newer. There's this guy on Instagram that I'll listen to. You sent me his videos. I don't remember his fucking name. But he's usually like putting out like bands you should listen to and shit like that. Or hey, bored with this, listen to this band instead. I need to
Yeah.
follow him so I can fucking physically see. But he's got that kind of like salt and pepper beer, usually wearing a hat. He's doing funny shit like in his car and stuff. I'll find him and I'll send you a video. But on one of his videos, he was like, "Hey, here's like 5 new bands to listen to," and Wolf and Bear showed up. I didn't listen to them then, but I saw that and then saw this and was like, "All right, here's 2 instances where it's like Wolf and Bear."
Yeah,
So I just listen to them.
coincides.
Exactly. I think they're one of the most perfect bands to be on this lineup. They've got like kind of early Dance Gavin Dance vibes. They've got that, that kind of tappy, proggy sort of feeling with
Yeah.
those like Johnny Craig adjacent vocals.
Yeah.
Tillian, that sort of thing. It's literally like the new Dance Gavin Dance, without completely copying them, I guess. It's a great band. You should check them out. I've got their song K Resort on from their newer album, most recent album, Bloodletter, which has some sick fucking album art. There's like a chick with katanas and stuff, and like Kamurocho or Kabakuchi.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah,
Kamurocho's from a video game, but
I'm listening and looking right now. Looks like they're getting ready to put out a new album as well.
yeah.
A Hill to Die On, which has 2 singles released off of it. The artwork is super sick.
Yeah.
Very Dance Gavin Dancy.
Is it the fucking the portal, like the
Yeah.
roots, tree roots portal? Oh, okay, sick. Yeah, Whiplash and Dr. Doot.
Yep. I'm listening
Hell
to
yeah.
Dr. Doot right now. It sounds fucking good.
Yeah. Hell
But
yeah, that's so cool. If we could afford it, we'd probably be there, but we can't. So that's fine. Enjoy it for us, everybody. Right.
Yeah. Thanks 47 for the fucking $5 gas right now. Fucking
Oh my
asshole.
god, dude! I was driving. When we went to Burger King, I was looking at because I don't honestly. I really feel like I don't get out of my house that much anymore, and I used to be, but I don't do shit anymore. But we went out, we
Yeah.
got lunch, we were in the drive-thru at Burger King, and I looked across at that fucking marathon by Washington and Hilltop. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
$4.95. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, those are
Yep.
Chicago prices. This is insane.
Yep.
Fucking
It's only getting worse.
God.
It's only
I
getting
hate it.
worse.
Yeah. All right. Let's end this on a good note. I don't want to end the episode on that, dude.
Let's
Shit.
end it on a good note.
Yeah. Let's
And the
be happy
good
for a
note
second.
is that we want you to follow us on all of our platforms, which is Instagram at the.riff.report. We're on YouTube at the Riff Report News, where you can listen to this podcast and watch if you want. And we're on Tidal. Just search the Riff Report. If you have any troubles, add the with Ryan and Tyler. But yeah, follow us on Instagram, watch our shit, like our shit, comment on our shit, send that shit to your friends. And hopefully bump this viewership up a little bit.
Here's something.
Hit that bell icon.
Send this shit to your enemies too.
You can do that too. Send it to everybody.
Yeah.
Send it to your mom.
Right.
I don't care.
Right. Fuck it.
She probably won't
Yeah.
like it, but just try.
That's all right. Yeah.
Um,
My mom doesn't.
yeah. Maybe your mom thinks I'm cute and she keeps watching. Who knows? Not
Yeah,
your mom,
right.
Tyler, but the
Yeah,
listeners'
no.
moms, you know?
She's not
Which
into
is
yeah.
the listener is probably your brother who is also your mom. Who has the same mom
Yeah.
as you. He's
Right.
not your mom.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well,
All right, I'm
fucking
glad we
on
clarified.
YouTube, if you hit that bell icon, you'll get notified when we release new episodes, which is every Wednesday at 9 a.m. for your regular news and releases. And then after hours every Friday at 6 p.m., where we get a little dark and twisted. So for now, stay loud, stay angry. We'll catch you in the pit.